Hello, welcome to another The Forsaken. Uh, yeah, hopefully everyone in chat's doing good. Everyone who's watching, thank you so much for watching. We'll start off, since we're started off late, go ahead and just jump right into a recap from last week. Um, so, our adventurers left Relask and began their journey towards and through Lysador, that was their goal, to find the famed wizard Cullum Crenthora, but not before noticing that someone was following them. An old acquaintance of Tegan's from the Thieves Guild, who is working for Nelian now. He warned Tegan of Nelian's interest in not only him, but also his group, and also cautioned that Tegan's former ally, Nelian, is now kind of obsessed with some sort of time-altering device, and asked if Tegan knew anything about it. With their shadow gone, the tiefling, person that was following them just kind of like tipped his hat and left. The group continued on, deciding to stop to water the horses a day or so in. They found a lake with a house beside of it, and pulling up to the lake, they decided to knock on the door of the house to ask permission to use the property's lake. No one answered the door, and so Tegan decided to pick the lock.
Clearly an old woman had fallen.
Inside, they found a dusty but elaborate interior, whose halls echoed as they walked through. After hearing a noise upstairs, a few of them ventured inwards, doors slamming shut as they did so and reached like halfway up the steps. They all ran for the exit, but Zephyr decided to linger just inside the front door, long enough to hear a female voice whispering about the master of the house. He does a bit of exploring himself, found a few interesting objects, and started to leave with Wren when the door is shut on both of them. Maybe forever? Meanwhile, the rest stand outside, unsure of what to do, while Dribble begins actually watering his horse. What they came there to do. And so that's what happened last week on The Forsaken. The Forsaken.
No,
so...
Gerbil with a flower thing watering his horse.
Of course.
Yes.
Who's a good horse?
Of course. Alright, there's all the good. So, yeah. So the group of you, start back. What are you saying, Stephanie?
Did you also mention that there was a carriage coming back?
Well, I didn't mention that in the recap, but Tegan did hear the sound of a carriage.
Oh, okay.
Didn't see anything, just heard the sound. Pyxrin, where were you during all of this? Because I didn't really place you anywhere. Would you have stayed outside, or went back outside, or would you have stayed inside with Zephyr?
I feel like she would have gone back inside.
With Wren, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, inside the house, so kind of painting this picture again, Zephyr and Wren and Pyxrin had started towards the door, when it suddenly shut on them, the front door to the house, separating the three of you from the rest of the party. And I don't remember exactly what the voice said. I think it was that she...
Like you.
She liked him, yeah.
Yes. And just to clarify, they haven't seen any, presence. They just have heard this voice. And on the outside, Gerbil, were you on your way to the lake with the horse?
I don't
Or were
think
you
I
just
was
getting your horse?
I think I was just with the horses, and I hadn't actually I wasn't gonna just straight up leave everybody there and take all the horses to the lake. I do think I was thinking about going through Zephyr's saddlebag. I do think I was doing
Okay. All right. You were going through Zephyr's saddlebag?
I was thinking about it. I didn't actually do it.
Okay.
You did.
I did say that last time.
Is there anything in your saddlebag, Zephyr?
Do we have saddlebags? I don't even know.
I don't think so. We had very basic saddles.
Basic saddles.
Okay.
So unless Zephyr would have made put a custom.
I embedded several very rare jewels into the seam.
Sure.
They are not my jewels.
During your day ride to this house, towards this house.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like keep it by the horses. Like
okay.
I'm just like.
Okay, all right. So everyone outside, which is Ranerius, Tegan, and Gerbil, you hear the front door slam shut. Did y'all do anything after the door slammed shut last time, or was that? I think that was pretty much end of session.
Where you stopped.
That was
So we'll go with y'all first for just a tad bit. What did you? So you hear the front door slam shut. I think you were standing on the porch, Tegan. If I remember correctly.
What happened was I was straddling the door, and when the door
That's
went
right.
to slam
You made a
shut,
dexterity saving throw.
Right. And I was pushed out.
I asked you if you went in or out, and you said out.
And I said out. Yep.
So Tegan had narrowly went out, ducked out of the way before the door, because the door was being forcefully slammed shut, as if by a very, very strong wind. So you kind of make a... I don't remember what you rolled, so make a fresh dexterity saving throw for me to see how if you land on your feet or not, or if you're just kind of like rolling on the porch.
23, 16 plus 7.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of like jump back pretty deftly, and the door's closed.
Let me immediately check the door again to see if I can open it.
Okay, all right. So you turn the handle and it is locked, as it was before when you had picked the lock.
Well, if I picked it once, I'm going to try to pick it again.
Okay, make a roll.
Sleight of hand,
yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good. 4 plus 10, 14.
Okay. No bueno. Doesn't
No
work
good?
this time. You try to, you use the same method as you did before, Tegan, and it seems like it's just not clicking. Like you almost feel like it's almost there, but it doesn't quite catch for some reason.
Okay. I'll look up and see who's close to the house.
I think Ranerius was
Ranerius is close to the house, but Ranerius, I think, is still concentrating on what his owl is seeing. So while he's doing that, he's deaf and blind.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
To his own senses.
Is the owl still inside the house?
Inside.
It's on Zephyr's shoulder still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you were to kick me or something, you'd get my attention because I can feel things.
Yeah.
And smell things.
So Ranerius, you would have saw kind of through the owl that door kind of just suddenly shut in front of it, as it was on Zephyr's shoulder. And Gerbil, you probably would have heard the door slam at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the horses were that far away.
No.
Or at least,
no.
Yeah, at least.
No, it was maybe about 20 feet. That's it.
Okay. I think I remember. There's 2 foot wide windows on either side of the door.
Yes, correct.
So can I see through the window?
No, they're frosted.
They're frosted. Frosted window.
Frosted the snowman.
Make another perception check for me.
Okay.
You can make a perception check too, Gerbil.
7 plus 5, 12.
Okay.
19.
Nice.
Okay. I don't think you heard it before, Gerbil, but Tegan, you don't hear the cart that you heard before in the distance. You don't hear that anymore.
Did Gerbil?
You didn't hear it before, so
yeah, I did hear it before.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until I didn't think about that until after I told you to roll.
All right, so I will start to go around the house. I'll see Ranerius in his trance and be like, what do I do? And how far away is Gerbil?
About 20 feet.
I would yell to Gerbil. The door pushed me out. They're Wren and Silver and Zephyr are still trapped inside. I'm going to go around and check for doors, doors.
I already checked. There's a side door and a back door.
Okay.
A cellar.
I'll check the side.
I'll point to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, after a second, Joe will just look at his horse and be like, "These people," and he'll go with Frank or Tegan.
All right, let's do the side door first.
Okay. All right.
Do I see anything while I'm traveling?
Yeah. So you walk around the right side of the house, where Gerbil would have pointed out the side door. Let's see here. Let me kind of scroll up to where my. Nope, that's not what I need. Yeah, the house, it kind of has, they said it was, to remind you, it's kind of like a concoction of various building material, you have brick and then you have siding, not siding, but you have, kind of a white, with kind of like boards, like dark boards, dark wood accentuating. You have cobblestone in some areas. It's very mishmashed in style. And so you walk around that right side of the house, and you do see the side door. Just a wooden door with another, frosted pane to the right side of it. So are you trying to open the door?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll turn the knob or whatever is the latch or whatever.
Sure, yeah. It's a knob. You do see a keyhole in this one as well. So make, so you turn the knob, it is locked.
Okay. I'll try to pick the lock.
Okay, roll for it. Sorry, trying to turn down the brightness on my monitor here because it's blinding me.
Okay.
So how'd they get trapped in there? Is there someone? I saw a shadow at a window. Is there someone else in there?
As he's manipulating the lock, he'll just sort of peer up and say the door just closed on its own. An unnatural force. I mean, there was no one else in there with him, but the door just slammed shut on its own.
That's great. It's real great.
All right.
10 plus 10, 20.
Okay. All right. This one, as you use the same technique as you used on the front door, Tegan, you could swear that you're doing it correctly. You could swear that you're, it seems to catch. You've picked a lot of locks in your time, so you know the sound and what it feels like, on the instrument that you're using, whenever it's successful. It feels like it's successful, but it doesn't give, it doesn't give you that, familiar click, or, you try the doorknob again and it's still locked.
Yeah, something's not right here. It's I think I should have picked this, but it's not opening. Where was the other door?
There's a back door and a door to a cellar.
Okay, I guess I'll keep going.
Okay. All right, so you get around the side.
Follow after him.
You get around the side of the house. There are some kind of a thick forest to the right. Well, to the right you have a little bit of a mountainside as well. To the back you have a very thick forest that is kind of serving as the backyard. That goes on for as far as you can tell. And it kind of goes around the left side of the house too, but kind of dwindles and becomes a little bit more sparse around the lake. So as you go around to this back, to the back door, similar door structure as the one to the side. You do see two metal cellar doors, that are chained with this very heavy lock.
That's not ominous.
Well, so there is a back door and a basement access door.
Mm-hmm.
2 doors. Okay.
And there is I would say probably a small brick wall, kind of going around like the back part of the house as well. Just a little above like a regular human height.
Okay. All right, I'll try the back door.
Okay. Try the knob. It is locked.
You never know. I will try to pick it.
Try to pick it. Go ahead.
Consent.
Dribble, are you just standing by and watching all of
Yes.
this? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I will look kind of around too. Just kind of like, look, is there anything off about these woods? They seem haunted. Are they dead
Do they
trees?
seem haunted?
Are there people hanging from them? I don't know.
How... Where are you standing, Gerbil? Are you standing by the back door, or are you standing
No, I
closer
would
to the
say I'm
woods? Are you
standing
standing
kind
near
of-
the cellar door?
I'd say
Ooh, yeah, that
so.
one.
That little brick wall you're talking about,
Yes,
does it go around like a
correct.
yard or just a little?
You don't.
Like just
you
like a
didn't.
patio.
You didn't see it around the front. There's no like back porch. It's just. I mean, there's a small little like cobblestone block kind of area that's right in front of the back door, and maybe a few cobblestones leading to the cellar area. I mean, to the cellar doors. But you didn't see the wall in the front. It's more like because since you have this open wood out here, I would say with kind of your just general living knowledge that you would kind of assume that it might be to kind of keep people from like outside seeing what's happening directly in the back of the house. You know what I mean?
Okay. I wouldn't be like right up to the back door. I'd probably be like a yard back, a couple yards back, maybe just giving Tegan space. Like, I'm kind of just like, just like, ugh, this place.
Both of you make,
Just-
both of you make fresh perception checks for me, please.
17.
7.
Okay. Tegan, you're very focused on this door. You're just confused. You've tried this. It seems to be working, and just nothing. What did you roll for your lockpicking? Didn't you roll for that too?
Yeah, 7 plus 10, 17.
Okay. Same thing as with the other door.
Right.
Gerbil, you know, you're kind of standing there looking out and, you know, kind of looking over the, you know, at the wall and kind of what's back here. And looking up at the house, and you feel,
I don't like
Okay.
that.
make a Constitution save. Make a make a Wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Constitution wisdom save.
Constitution
gosh.
saving throw,
God,
please.
Steph, just combine
Gerbil's
them.
dead. Oh man. 10.
You have
Okay.
die.
You are standing there, Dribble, and you suddenly feel the wound in your side ache a bit. You know, it's been okay for a bit, but standing here, you're not even doing anything. You're just standing, and it seems to kind of give kind of that familiar ache that you remember from. One instance would be when you were down underneath the
And I went
Erebus
towards the creepy
Empire,
cave?
and you went
And I went
towards
towards
the
the
creepy
creepy
cave. Yes.
Okay.
You also notice the pendant around your neck.
I was about to ask that question.
It's not hot, but it's just a tad warm.
Okay.
Is this in relation to the forest or the house?
Or all of it.
Okay, that wasn't clear. Okay.
Okay. Tegan, I think we don't need to stay here longer. My wound's acting up. And the key is... Don't know if you noticed, but the key is getting a bit warm.
Now that he says that,
So-
you do kind of feel yours a little bit warm, Tegan.
All right.
Something we would have noticed.
I think I'm going to go back to the horses now. Are you good here?
I'll keep trying.
Gerbil, as you say that, you kind of catch your eyes. You not catch your eyes, but you kind of feel drawn towards the cellar doors. Like almost as if they're just like almost as if like you're standing there and you see something that flash out of the corner of your eye and you look towards it. That's how you feel with these cellar doors. For some reason, they just seem to draw your attention, even as you're saying this and you're starting to step away and starting to walk back around that side of the house. Before you do, you just feel your eyes kind of go back to it a couple of times.
I don't like that door. I don't. Maybe we should just go wait out front. Dig it. There's something about that door. Don't. Stay a few steps back. Hold my signs.
I'll grab the key, the pendant,
Okay.
and ask Ranerius what's going on inside the house. Although I could just probably just if I'm grabbing the pendant, I could just probably ask. Wren.
We only communicate through Owl. We don't want to talk.
I just
forget. Did
realized.
we ever figure out how can Zephyr communicate like with actual words with the mind link key? Did we figure that out, or can he still only repeat phrases?
Officially establish that one way or another because you've never tried. So
But we're in there, so we can talk.
So you're trying. So who are you trying to reach out to?
At
Tegan?
first, I think to interrupt Ranerius, but then I realized, hey, I could talk to Wren as well. So I will try to talk to Wren with my pendant and ask him what's happening.
We're in the house. It's locked.
Nope. I didn't say that you heard.
Oh. Sorry.
No, we're gonna die.
So Tegan, you clutch your key and you say those words, and Wren zoom to the inside of the house, with the three of you standing looking at the now closed front door that was just slammed shut on you. Wren, you feel this almost like a message coming through, and it feels like when you talk with when you talk with each other through the keys, but you're only picking up every other word.
But can I hear that it's Tegan?
You can recognize the voice, and almost like concentrating on it, like trying to figure it out, it gives you a slight headache in the moment.
I'll message back just saying you're cutting out. I don't know if I'm cutting out, but not clear message.
How do you want to respond anyway to that, Tegan?
Do I get all of it?
Every other word. Kind of the same
So I'm trying to figure out what
thing.
every other word
You don't
is.
really feel a headache. You just, it's...
Like, out.
Right, yeah.
Damn.
I forget. Do we all, like, with the keys, is it like, you choose just whenever mentally, or do we all hear it if we're outside? Like, did I know Tegan was trying to talk to Wren?
I think you can choose. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I said you could choose who you're talking to.
I just have always assumed it's like a giant group chat.
But yeah, I guess.
Slack channel.
Yeah, is this a Slack? Yeah.
I will
group DM?
double check.
Okay.
But for now, since y'all assume that, let's just go ahead and say that you all heard it. I mean, that Ranerius and
Gerbil.
Gerbil would have heard him speaking through the keys. The other three of you inside would have just picked up every other word and gotten Zephyr and Pyxrin gotten a slight headache trying to decipher what it was saying.
It's not a good sign, no, is it?
No.
Upon hearing that, I'm going to snap out of my owl sense
Okay.
and just get a look around and
Sure.
realize I'm the only one out front.
You're alone with the horses.
Correct. You're alone with the horses. Front door's closed. Of course, you would have known that because of the owl.
So I'm going to just. Do I use the key? I'm going to use the key. And just say, it's Tegan, where are you?
Okay. Well, if I can hear it, I'll respond. I'm out back, but I'm
Yeah,
Probably
you can
not.
hear Ranerius fine.
okay.
I'm coming to you.
Are the horses
And
okay?
I'm going to walk. Horses are fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to walk around to the back.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
you find the two of them in the back of the house. Ranerius
What-
standing kind of, you kind of pass Gerbil, kind of starting to come around the corner. And Ranerius is, not Ranerius, Tegan standing by the back door.
Do I feel my key getting weird?
Make a perception check for me.
Mm, 17.
Yeah, you feel your key get a little bit, just a tad bit warm.
That's not good. What's going on?
They're trapped inside.
I mean, I was able to see them inside. They're not dead, but the door closed.
Is that all you saw? Is there something in there with them?
And not to my knowledge. No, I'll double check again, and I'll.
Well, wait. Right. First, can you do your magic vision thing on that cellar door? It's bugging me.
Oh, of course. I'm going to
Was that-
cast detect magic. On the
Take
cellar
like
door.
10 minutes to cast.
As a ritual.
Not as a ritual, yes, but not if I
Oh.
cast it as an action, which I will do.
Got
Okay.
you.
All right. Yeah. What was that you were casting again?
Detect magic.
Detect magic. Yeah. This feels. It definitely has probably what you would recognize, because I think you've seen it before recently, not too long ago. It has an arcane lock on it as well.
Okay.
I would say with your ability, Ranerius, you would feel it. It has you feel kind of the Shiga presence. I mean, that was confirmed with the key getting a little bit warm, and it seems like it's coming from the other side of of the cellar doors.
Okay. Detect magic lasts for 10 minutes. Could
Mhm.
follow me. I'm going to look at the rest of the doors here.
Okay.
And I want to check
Okay.
the side door. I want to check the front door. Whatever other doors there are to see if I'm getting the same thing.
You're not getting an arcane lock on the other doors. It's almost like it feels more. It feels a little bit more supernatural than magical.
Well, I will relay all that as well.
All right, so we probably find ourselves back at the front door, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure I can get to the rest of us, but when we're ready to go downstairs, I think I can do something about that.
Don't. Do we want to be messing with that cellar?
I should say if we are ready to do something, or go downstairs. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should water our horses and leave. After we get our friends out, of course. Am I feeling anything else with?
Now I know how you really feel.
No. No, you're not. Coming around to the front, I will say, since you're back at the front of the house, the three of you, your pendants are not feeling warm anymore.
Interesting. Okay. When we get back, I guess, to the front door, Tegan will start just pounding on the front door to see if they can hear him on the
All
the
right.
inside.
Okay. We'll say, as you do that, you
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
You've made the house angry.
This is gonna be like all Monster House, and it's gonna have like a mouth and.
You hear make a all three of you make a perception check for me,
Sure.
please.
Perception check night.
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
6.
Oh.
When Ranerius said we should water the horses, leave, Gerbil started walking towards the horses. No.
Tegan?
1 + 5 is 6.
Oh, bless.
Oh.
Ranerius, good old boy. You hear the sound of a. You haven't heard it a lot in your life, so this is weird, but it kind of sounds like a sword being drawn. And then we'll go inside to the rest of the group. Yeah.
Just wanted to water the horses.
So, this is kind of going back to when the door first closed on y'all. So Pyxrin, Wren, and Zephyr. Zephyr, you have the owl on your shoulder. And you hear, you kind of heard that voice. I like you.
Just
The
him?
master will be home shortly, I believe is the second part of that statement.
Oh, yes, correct. Sorry. The master will be home shortly.
Home shortly?
So standing looking at the door, do you turn around or look around at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Zephyr, seeing the door's closed, Zephyr will turn around.
When you turn around, you are almost face to face with what you could only fully comprehend as a ghostly figure. There's a bit of definition to her. To their it's perceived female. To her look, a little on the transparent side, but you can see some delicate. Can you speak, Stephanie? Facial features, and then her hair is like a cloud that kind of spirals around, in little spirals around her head. Wearing a very simple dress, nothing elaborate, but has a very beautiful gold necklace on. Yeah.
Is the necklace as ethereal as
Yes.
they are?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
She's her face is only inches from yours when you turn around, and she's smiling.
Olivia. Oh, pleasure.
Hi. And she'll start to stick out her hand, but then kind of pull it back.
Zephyr's sees the hand thing and awkwardly also kind of reaches forward with his.
I forget. I looks around at the three of you. I like you. You're very interesting.
So are you.
Oh, thanks. The master should be home soon if you're looking for him.
You will find out?
Sure. She'll kind of turn around and turn her back to you, and then kind of turn back to the three of you. Sorry for, I was trying to be as imposing as possible before, so I'm sorry if it came off as scary. It kind of was my intention. But
Why were you trying to scare us?
Well, because I'm alone in the house. I don't know when he'll be home. And she kind of nods her head towards the room, the office room that where the picture is hanging of the master. Layton Fenton was the name on the plaque on the picture.
Professor Layton, we just need to solve some puzzles.
What is that? What is that from?
It's a video game.
Professor Layton. Video
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got you, John.
Thank you.
Is that like a DS game? Is that like a handheld game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though it's now on the Switch as
Well,
well.
I'm pretty sure it's also on the Apple Store too. Forsaken, sponsored by Professor Layton.
Sponsored by Professor Layton.
I don't know when. I don't.
Layton, you're not held.
Yeah, right.
Liable responsible for
I don't
any
know.
conversation.
I don't know when he'll be home. Sometimes it's a couple of days. It's never been this long before. So,
Would he be upset to find us here?
well, the door was locked and you kind of forced your way in. I know the
side
door
effects?
was locked. I was standing right here when he locked it when he left.
That's true.
But, hopefully he'll be home soon, and that way you can talk to him.
I don't know what to say to that.
The three of you make perception checks, please.
Perception
14.
Okay.
Not great.
9.
Okay.
Oh.
What did you get, Zachary? Zach?
12. Oh, me, 12. Sorry.
Okay. Zach, Wren and Zephyr, you would hear almost like a deep rattling sound coming from the back of the house. As the two of you are hearing this and your eyes kind of dart past her, you did notice that at the end of this kind of hallway with rooms on either side was the staircase. You don't see anything specific making that noise in that it seems to be coming from that direction, kind of echoes through the hallway. Beside the staircase, you do see like a curtained off area. Not huge. I'm just saying that like you have the staircase, and then like to the left of that, almost the width of a door, a little bit wider than a door frame, is this kind of a curtain rod with a curtain drawn over it.
Zephyr will kind of lean.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia, we hang on. We should talk. We might have squatters.
You see Olivia as you're doing that, Zephyr, and then Wren would have noticed this too. Her face like as soon as you hear the noise, you see her kind of face set and her eyes kind of widen for just a bit, but then she kind of reins it back in.
Here,
Well,
let me get that for you.
No. I think you should stay right here and wait for the master. I don't think that we need to be going in the back of the house. And you hear kind of that creaking noise again coming
Here to
from the
help
back
if
of
you
the
need it.
hallway.
Who's your master?
My husband, Layton.
This y'all's
Professor
house?
Layton?
I'm sorry? Yes, it
I
is
was- I
our
was
house.
Ren.
What did you say, Ren?
Oh, mine was a joke. Had no actual.
Okay, all
purpose.
right.
Had
It
actual
was a
no
call.
value
It
whatsoever.
was a callback.
Sure.
To our sponsor.
Yes, this is our house.
You're not concerned about the noise back there?
You hear a little bit of creaking again.
Here to help if you need it.
Nope, not concerned. He will take care of it when he gets back.
Can I?
I think it's hitting right now.
How long have y'all been dead? You're acting kind of strange.
I mean, I'm dead.
She dead.
My Layton is not.
You know what that looks like, right?
I'm sorry?
He... Did he murder you?
Oh, no. And she genuinely laughs at that. And her giggle kind of like echoes in the space around you. No. Oh, he'll get a kick out of that. No. He rescued me.
But you're dead. How did you get rescued?
Right. Well, I was stuck somewhere, and he helped me not be stuck.
9 Hells?
Was the stuck part of your why you died?
No, I died before that. I was sick.
I need more clarification. Things are a little weird here. We should talk.
Agreed.
Sure. I'm sure we can find. And she kind of points to the sitting room. That's off the hallway on the right. If you want to take a seat in there, we can talk and we can wait for Master Fenton.
Negative side effects?
Of sitting in the room? No. You hear the creaking in the back of the hallway again. Okay, let's go. Let's sit in here for a bit.
I'd rather see what's making that noise.
Yeah, Pyxrin's gonna actually
something
walk
smells.
away.
No. We
I'm gonna
don't.
start walking towards the noise.
This is my house.
I understand.
Then I'm asking you not to go back there.
No touchy.
Yeah, I just want to see.
But if
No,
you have a
you don't-
master, isn't it the master's house?
No, it's our house.
So
Could you please just leave it be?
why don't you want us to see it if it's?
Because it's
not bad?
dangerous, okay? And she looks genuinely panicked. Just leave it, and then
Okay.
when he gets home, he can take care of it.
Here to help if you need it. I think it's hitting right now.
I understand. It's always hitting. We can just go in here and talk and wait for... I'm sure it will be anytime. I have a good feeling about today.
Can I perceive if she's panicked, like in a level of us finding something out, or panicked as if like she's fearing for us?
Make an insight check. It'll probably be a high DC. But yes.
Yeah. Well, a 2 won't do it, so
No.
I don't.
She looked panicked, but you can't really decipher what she's
Wait,
being
let me
panicked
add my
about.
number. What about a 3?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, just checking.
Oh. Just come in here and just sit down and...
Is
Dem
Mags?
Glemte?
Mags is with me inside, right?
Yes, Max is with you inside, correct. Good point.
Yeah,
Mags...
What's her vibe right now?
Okay. You looked on at Mags. Mags is... She's looking, You see her glance towards the back of the hallway once, but she actually just kind of goes into the sitting room and sits down beside one of the chairs.
Okay, well, I'll follow her lead since she doesn't seem concerned.
Okay.
But I'm going to grip it and secretly say to the other two, but I'm still concerned.
I'm ready for your test.
So please, and
Weird.
the three of you
But,
walk into
yeah.
the sitting room. Again, everything, just to kind of refresh, everything is a little dusty in the house, but not in an unused way, more in just someone hasn't done a lot of house cleaning. So you sit down on these kind of elaborate plush chairs, and you look around the room, and there's a great fireplace in there that it's elaborately carved and painted with a bit of gold and silver. A beautiful landscape painting hanging above it, as well as a few other paintings in the room, larger paintings than what you would have saw in the hallway. Everything has a very kind of, estate vibe to it. So if you choose to sit down, as you sit down on the, there's a couple of like sitting couches and a couple of plush chairs with like little pillows on them that have this delicate fringe. It's a little bit dusty, but as you sit down, you can kind of see the dust kind of cloud around. Yes.
When Zephyr opened the ring box and put it down and like things felt weird, I'm trying to remember did I hear her say, because didn't she say like thank you to Zephyr?
I think only Zephyr heard that,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. I think you might have heard a whisper, like kind of like, but you couldn't it couldn't make out what it was saying.
Okay, fine.
Dem Glemte?
And she kind of sits down, and her posture throughout all this is very, very straight back, shoulders back, a little regal almost. I'm sorry? What's Dem Glemte?
Negative side effects.
You're so interesting. I've never seen someone like you.
Not the alcoholic bird.
You drink alcohol?
When doesn't he?
Negative side effects.
If you're needing anything, there's a, I'm not sure how stocked it is, but there's a, and she kind of points over to like a small wooden cabinet with some gold elaborate painting on the front of it. It looks like it has 2 doors, and you would probably recognize it as like a liquor cabinet.
Yeah, Zephyr will stand up and hold a glass out to each Wren and Pyxrin.
Glasses are a little dusty, but they're okay.
It's all aged. Super aged.
Do you open and look
Negative-
inside?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you open it up and look inside of the liquor cabinet, and as soon as you do, you can tell it's not very stocked. There are like 3 empty bottles, with just like a drop or 2 in the bottom. You do find a bottle of whiskey that has maybe enough for one small serving. You found a bottle of port, both about the same. And
Worst
then
case
there's
scenario,
like
we die.
a really cheap champagne in there that is almost completely full, and you can tell that, definitely not the best. In fact, the label is not even like anything specific. It just says like champagne on it.
Welch's sparkling grape juice.
As soon as you open up the door,
Forsaken, sponsored by Welch's.
you hear Olivia just kind of like,
That's next week.
oh, I'm sorry. I can't stock it myself, and he hasn't been back for a bit, so.
Worst case scenario, we die.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely, did you drink the whiskey, Zephyr? Very aged but very good. Yeah. All right.
More of that.
Oh, I wish we did have more. I guess one nice thing is that I would offer you tea, but, again, sorry.
It's okay.
Hang in there.
I think Layton is wanting to find a house, a maid of sorts, but it's finding the right person that is a little bit difficult.
True. You don't want to just hire someone random for that.
Right, and, they have to be okay with things.
Do
Like
you
what
need her
things?
as well?
I'm sorry?
Do you need her as well?
Well, I can't really do anything myself, so kind of. But, usually Layton's only gone for a couple of days at a time, so it's not that bad usually.
What normally goes inside, pointing back at the hall?
Yeah, even in this room, every once in a while you'll hear, like, that kind of deep creaking sound. That almost seems to, now that you're sitting down and, like, settled, or those of you who are sitting, like, or even standing in one place for very long, it not only feels like that it's coming from, not even that it's coming from the hall, where that door is and the stairs, but almost like it's reverberating under the boards beneath you. Well, I mean, I don't understand your question. I'm sorry. And she's looking at you, Zephyr.
What normally goes inside?
I think he means what's back there.
Oh, something that came with the house.
Came with the house?
Yes.
I don't know what to say to that.
Terrible investment.
Well, it was a family home and something that we have to deal with.
Are
Did you
y'all
move
cursed
here?
or something?
Good question.
I should hope not. I don't think so.
Hey, so you're dead. He's alive. He's gonna be coming back here soon.
Yeah?
That door slammed shut.
Yes.
Seemed like nobody else can come in, and there's this god awful sound that's been going on for God knows how long. And you seemed mighty concerned about it, but then what the hell is going on here?
Well, I'm sure Layton will be more than happy to explain it to you once he gets back. It's kind of his it's his family's house. He should be the one that should be telling it.
You have no idea, do you?
Oh, no, I know.
Once he gets back?
Yes. As I said, I feel really good about today. I think it'll be today.
How long?
What'll be today?
He'll be
Oh,
back.
he'll be back. Yeah.
How long?
I don't know. He didn't give me a time.
How long?
I don't know.
Zephyr, do you mean how long has that thing been in the house? Okay, just checking. Sometimes you have to play guessing games with what he says.
I can see that.
How long till he gets home? Is that what you mean? How long has he been gone? There you go. How long has he been gone?
Oh, well, again, as I said, it's a little bit longer this time than it usually is.
How long?
A couple of weeks, I think. Kind of hard to. Sometimes I'll look at the calendar on his desk but it's been.
Where was he traveling to? Do you know?
Oh, he travels for work. He does he talks to people about financial stuff. Investing money, accounts, how they're spending money. It's something he's done for a bit. Yeah, his clients. It's the people that he talks with.
Where?
I'm curious as to Melissa's sudden shock. Different places. He's from Relask, so a lot of them are there. but he travels to other close by cities as well?
Where?
I mean, wherever the closer by cities are.
Like, are we talking the whole continent or just like a 50-mile radius?
He travels quite a bit. He went to he's been to Relask. He went to Bern, but unfortunately he said something weird happened with that. He's been to the Erebus Empire.
Gets around.
Yeah. He's just very good.
Quite the looker.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Yes.
So he's super successful and all that, but he doesn't want to take care of the weird sound in his house.
Oh, rickety ass house. I can't even take care of it.
He's very busy.
Well, we can help.
Well,
as Zephyr said.
That down there is a bit of an ongoing issue.
Here to help if you need it.
Understand?
It could be an ended issue.
Unfortunately, it's nothing that you can do and deal with.
Why?
I don't know why you're so interested in this.
Tap the glass. Shiny! And cast light on it. Make it glow.
Oh. That's very pretty.
So what do you fill
wish
your
I had
time
that
with
ability.
while you're waiting for him to come home?
Well, I walk the halls, and sometimes I'll walk outside. I can't walk very far. I have to stay here, kind of in the area. And she kind of motions towards the other side of the room, and this room's a little bit longer, a little bit bigger than the study that y'all explored last session, several minutes ago, in game. On the other side of the room, there's another bookshelf, and there are books kind of opened up and on the floor in front. So there's about 9 books that are open to different, they don't look like they're open to the same space. He leaves some books open for me so I can kind of push through them. And he brings new books when he comes back from. Better have a lot of them this time because it's been a while. So I think he was going to Relask this time. You haven't been to Relask recently, have you? Have you seen anything? Nothing bad has happened, right? Or do you know?
Not that we're aware of.
Okay, all right. I just sometimes worry. But he tries to, leave me things to do. We make it
Does
work.
the thing back there scare you?
And as you say that, you feel another deep creaking in the house.
Does it sound like it's creeping or like moving? Like the house is shifting? Or
No, it doesn't
something
seem
walking
like the house is shifting. It's almost like how if any of you have walked in an old house and you're walking like on a second floor, and you feel the wood kind of underneath you creak and settle as you're walking on it. It's like that, but like times 10.
But it just sounds like something making noise in the back. It's not like we hear the noise like getting closer to us.
No, it's not getting closer to you, but I did say that since you've sat down and kind of like
under
you're
us
not like
for
standing
chance.
and like walking, or moving around, that you're feeling it. It almost doesn't seem like it's coming from the hallway and from that back, from the staircase, but it seems like it's coming from almost the floor itself beneath you. It's almost
We might
like
have squatters.
you're not hearing like a breathing sound, but I guess the best way to describe it would be almost like the floor's kind of breathing.
It's not creepy at
We
all.
might have squatters.
Oh, maybe.
We should talk.
Zephyr stands up.
We were sitting down. We were having a nice time.
Actually, do you have a restroom I can go to? You're not letting me out, so
Sure,
can't go somewhere
sure.
else. Where would I go?
And as she stands to show you the restroom, we will move over to outside the house. We'll do a swipe cut.
Okay,
And,
I thought you were gonna say go to a break, and I was like, that wasn't me saying go to break.
No,
I
no,
literally
no,
was
no.
trying to get out of that room.
We'll swipe cut to those outside of the house, and so the Gerbil and Tegan. I'm having such a hard time with names tonight. Gerbil and Tegan, you're looking at looking at the house, and or all three of you are, but Ranerius, you hear that kind of metal against metal of being like scraping out, like almost like a sword coming out of a scabbard.
Is that coming from inside the house?
No, it's coming from behind you.
us? All right.
Like from where the horses, in that area behind you where the horses would be. And your horses are dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't do
investment.
that to me, Stephanie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
So
I'm going
yeah.
to turn around.
Okay, you turn around, and I would say, given your close proximity, Gerbil and Tegan would see this. You turn around, and you see this very tall and very kind of imposing human male standing about 25 feet from you. Sword now drawn. He's dressed in a suit, but he also seems to have some gear on for protection. And then, of course, the scabbard at his side. He looks not pleased. Halt! Who are you? And he has this kind of dark hair that's kind of laying kind of shaggily on his head, going about probably chin length as it goes towards the back. And it's kind of naturally swooped back in the front. And he has, even from here, you can see the sun kind of hitting his blue eyes. Who are you? Answer?
We're just travelers.
My name is
We wanted to water the horses by your lake. We thought we'd ask permission since we looked like we were on your land.
He keeps his sword He keeps his sword out, but he's not aiming it at you. He kind of loosens it a bit, but keeps it. You can tell, since y'all have had fighting experience, you can tell that he's keeping it ready. Got it. I take it these are your horses.
Yes.
Yes, there are more of us. We heard some noises coming from the house that didn't sound natural. So
Well, where are
We
the
have
rest
three-
of you?
3 of
Yeah.
ours are trapped in the house.
the door is shut on them. We couldn't get them out.
Where are y'all standing again? Are y'all standing on the porch or
Probably
are you
right
off
by-
the
yeah.
porch?
Probably right by
I
the
would-
front door.
I'm probably just off the porch.
Okay.
As-
Not by the-
I wouldn't have got on the porch either.
As you mention the house, that they're stuck in the house. Oh, Jesus Christ. He'll start stepping,
Merry Christmas.
stepping towards the house.
The great one?
And, anyone who's on the porch, he will get off. Just stand down there, please.
All right, I'll give him way.
Thank you. He'll kind of swish his hair back and, probably pound on the door a couple of times. Olivia. Swishing back to inside. The 3 of you suddenly hear this loud pounding coming from the hallway that leads to the front door and the stairwell, to the main hallway, we'll say. and you hear this kind of muffled, Olivia? Olivia? That's him.
Probably talk to him.
She will immediately
good
get
day.
up and walk out into the main hall and towards the door and just kind of stand in front of it. Or stand, behind it, I guess. And yes. Who is this? You know who this is, Olivia. It's Layton. Open up. You have people inside there, right? I don't know what you're talking about.
We might have
Yes,
spotters.
I mean, and she'll kind of like glance over her shoulder at the three of you and give you this kind of like disapproving look. And then roll her eyes. You can tell that she's rolling her eyes, and she kind of looks back to the door. Well, I don't know. There could be people in here, but I've kind of at my wit's end. It's been 2 weeks since I've had any company in this house. Layton, for those outside, looks visibly he just kind of slumps a bit and just kind of like rolls his eyes towards the group of you. Olivia. And he kind of leans closer to the door. This is not the time. I'm sorry. I should have checked in, but I had a couple places to go to, and I thought just staying on the road was the best solution. The best solution? Really? So the best solution is just to keep me here with nothing to do. I've ran out of books, Layton. I've read all of the books that you left. Well, I have more books, and he kind of like holds up this satchel that's in, that's at his side. I have more books, and it's very like laden down with like these like block shapes inside of it, which you would assume are the books. I brought some more. Velasquez has a wonderful bookshop. I'm sorry, okay? Please, open the door. Your friends are a little very concerned. This is erratic behavior, Olivia. Well, maybe you'll remember that the next time that you're gone for 2 weeks. Those outside just see him slump again. Women. Look. I'm sorry again, alright? Well, can you talk to me without a raised voice? You've been gone for 2 weeks and you're yelling at me through a door? That's because the doors, and he tries the door, that's because the door's locked, Olivia. Olivia looks behind her and looks at you, Pyxrin, and just kind of like gives you this look of like, almost like that you can relate with her. And men. And looks back to the door and kind of puts up her hands and waves them. And those outside and even those inside can hear this kind of like lock. Those inside, this kind of click echoes through the halls and the rooms in the house, and the door kind of pushes open a bit, not forcefully this time. It does kind of start to be a little quick, and then she slows it down, like just as it barely misses Layton standing on the outside. And so he's just standing there with like the books in his hand. Yeah. Is there anything that y'all want to do during this exchange? Okay.
I'm
Zephyr
just
gonna
shocked
go
of
walk
hearing
into
them
the
all
walk
each
into the
other.
front hall behind where
Okay.
Olivia's standing.
Okay.
Durable would just kind of
Oh,
like go in an arc
agreed.
towards the side of the horses in case he needs to just run to the horses.
Sure. All right. So yes, the door, starts a little bit quick, and then she slows it down, and the two of them are facing each other. Well, glad to see you finally decide to come home. Olivia, and he kind of looks past her at the three of you. Please, you are
Zephyr's the name.
reunited. I don't know. Maybe do you want some tea? Are any of you still holding your glass of
Yeah, Zephyr just holds up the shiny
Great.
glass.
He notices this and he's like, and he looks to Olivia. There wasn't much for them to get. It was mostly gone, as you probably know, since you didn't restock.
Special side effects.
So, was that him inviting us in?
Please come in. Come in.
Oh,
He still
it's a
seems
party.
like a little agitated, like half, like 50% agitated. Like picture the Beast trying to be nice, you know. From Beauty and the Beast is what I mean.
I
I
was
resemble
so-
those
I was-
remarks. I'm a bugbear.
I was totally X-Men beast on that.
Oh
one.
yeah, no. I mean, no. He is nice. He's a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picture the Beast
Unless you're
from Beauty and the
talking
Beast
about Dark Beast.
trying to be nice.
So is he asking us outside to come in, or?
He
think-
motions to the people outside. Please come in if you must. If you need to water your horses. And he kind of gives this kind of look to Olivia. I will go and make some tea. But before he starts to like kind of step by her, but then he'll stop and turn and just kind of like almost ear kiss her cheek. And I will put the books in the sitting room. Thank you. And she'll smile.
You
And
need
so-
any help with that tea?
Olivia, could you show them here? He'll sit down the books, kind of drop the bag into a chair, and follow me. Feel free to sit in the sitting room.
Things are a little weird here. I am here to help if you need it. We might have squatters.
You haven't heard the creaking in a bit.
Everybody else is in the room now. Like our whole team's there now.
Does everyone go inside the house?
I would have gone inside if everyone else was going
Okay.
inside. Yeah.
Gerbil?
Gerbil would have paused a second and slowly
Okay.
gives one last like longing look at Grumble, his horse, and goes.
You can see Layton kind of give you a double look, Gerbil, just at your height and just, you're probably the one out of this entire group that probably he's not as tall as you, but again, he's a very kind of like imposing person, personality wise and physicality. So you kind of are more imposing. So it's almost like a size up, but then he just kind of like, and then starts back towards the kitchen. If you want to help with the tea, follow me.
Okay, thank you. I follow.
And he'll kind of like motion towards another room, and over here's the bathroom, which is where we can take our bio break. So for those watching, we take an 8 to 10 minute bio break, so be sure to stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. All right, and I think that we do have our timer up here so this time. So
no.
10 minutes.
Time.
10 minutes.
So
So
tense.
starting right now.
Timer, guys.
All right. Choose rule. Oh, choose feet. That's not really important.
Was a typo. I corrected it.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Did you really? Weird.
Sure.
I said that. I said that when Professor Layton was arguing with her, and it's just like,
Oh yeah. The
Like, you don't need to
professor,
take-
not Professor Layton.
you don't need to take that crap from him, Olivia.
He's not a professor.
You're a supernatural ghost who can control doors and stuff. You don't need to be taking this.
They have a very interesting relationship.
Obviously.
She calls him master. It doesn't seem
No, she just said the master of the house.
She called him master.
She said
Fenton
the
at one
master. Yeah.
At one
did
point
say
she said master.
But
Fenton.
also, it was talking with y'all too. She wasn't like saying my master Fenton. She was saying, and speaking with guests of a house, the master Fenton will be home soon. Yeah. Ooh.
You know what new weird thing I
Okay.
saw on the news today
What?
is that McDonald's in China have this new burger, quote unquote burger, that's literally just two pieces of Spam with Oreo crumbles on it.
No.
Oreo crumbles. on
Take it
Spam.
Yeah,
back.
exactly. And
Take
it's
it
like,
back. That's not
is
real.
there just a? No, I'll send you the picture.
A hamburger bun I could go with.
Like, I don't. Like, even Spam, it makes you think, like, okay, whatever. But then, like, the Oreo part, it's like, why? Why? Like, is there just a cultural thing with Spam and Oreos I just don't know about?
Totally unaware.
It did make me think of Bob's Burgers. I love that.
Okay,
Not a related Spam at all. It's like delicious.
okay.
Instead
This-
of buns, they have
This URL is gonna look gross. Just bear with it. I wish Zoom could just let you post in pictures like
Oh!
word.
What is it? Gross. Bro.
So okay, so they do put it on a bun, but they just put that
Yeah, yeah. But it's two pieces of Spam, with
crumbled
Oreo crumbles. It's like why?
Why?
Why not?
I mean,
I mean, I guess so,
if
but it's kind
someone
of like.
bought it for me and recommended it.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's so weird and just like what?
Hey,
If there was one in front of me, I would give it a try.
this
But-
week in youth group, we mixed by happenstance. This wasn't part of the plan. We mixed eggnog with Mountain Dew at like a 50-50 ratio.
Sounds like an issue.
Oh,
Sounds like it
sorry.
would curdle or
God.
something.
It was what?
It was delicious.
Oh man.
Not
It
lying.
didn't curdle?
It was
Again.
actually.
Take it back.
That's some gamer fuel right there.
Did you guys-
Was it
Have you guys
eggnog
ever
or was
had,
it
like-
eggnog?
At a youth group event.
Why
Have
is
you
it
guys
that
seen
youth
the
group
eggnog?
events is always random things blended together that shouldn't
Well, we
be-
didn't meant to. My wife had extra Mountain Dew that she got from a coupon, and she was like, "Give this to the teens." I said, "Sounds great." So it was our Christmas party. So I had a jug of eggnog, and I
didn't-
just put the Mountain Dew there for someone to drink. And someone was getting it, and I was like, "Oh, you gonna mix those together?" And they're like, "No." And then another teen and I were like, "Well, now we gotta try. We gotta see."
So it sounds like it's your fault. You're the
I
Yeah.
don't regret it. I legitimately recommend it. It's a good tasting drink.
No, thank you.
Are you gonna have one at like Christmas now?
No, because I don't really drink soda very often, but I feel like I remember my parents.
But you drink
at,
nog
like-
all the time.
Oh, I do drink eggnog all the time. At parties doing punch where it was like half eggnog, half like 7-Up or something like a more of that. It like thins it out and makes it fizzy.
Hi.
I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy on that, but anyway, you should all try it. It's great.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Sponsored by Mountain Nog.
My team dubbed it Noggin Do. Was the
Noggin Do.
I can do.
All right, and with that,
I am gonna
with
have
that,
nightmares
we
tonight.
are back.
Does it
we've
come
been
in diet?
we've been back for a couple of minutes. So yeah,
Yeah?
welcome back. Yeah. All
Good.
right.
Everybody out there, go try Noggin Do.
Oh no, don't put that
Make it with my
down here.
Chinese spam Oreo McDonald's sandwich.
No, this is all too much.
Recipes shared by Ren should not be considered any endorsement by Mad Bird Streams.
Right.
Stick to the breakfast vegetables, okay?
Okay, so the group of you, so Ren, you're heading back with the slightly grumpy Layton to make some tea. He shows you to this kind of smallish kitchen. It seems like, it kind of goes off of this larger dining room. But he hands you like the teapot or hands you the cups or, something. He puts you into the process as he starts, boiling some water. And the rest of you are just kind of left, standing in the main hall with Olivia, who has moved into the sitting room and is kind of like looking into the bag, like trying to like see if she can see any titles without like being able to touch it.
Let me help you with that.
Oh,
Zephyr just walks up and are taking
Thank
books
you.
out for her to see.
oh my goodness. Yeah, there are a few romance novels, some adventure novels. There are a couple of like historical books in there. Even one that's about like scientific like study that has something about cadavers on the front of it. But it seems more like a textbook than like a dark arts book, I guess. And she seems to be enthralled, kind of looking.
Gerbil's just kind of in the doorway, just looking at everything.
Yeah. A
I
few
guess-
of you, this is your first time in the house because you didn't come in earlier. So, yeah, again, just to refresh, it's, dusty, but not like unused dusty. Just like it just hasn't been dusted in a while or kept, to the, so you have this kind of long hallway that leads, you would have seen this, Tegan, because you were in here before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen this part. But yeah, to the left and to the right, Gerbil, you see a study to the left. And you'll see, if you kind of look in there, clearly a picture of a slightly younger Layton on the wall in a gold frame. And then to the right is the sitting room where Zephyr's kind of showing these books out of a bag for this like ghostly female appearing figure with this like cloud of curly hair around her head.
Just
Oh, thank
look
you.
at everyone else's faces, just gauge normality of what's going on.
Yeah, Tegan. This will be Tegan's first look at Olivia, and it's like it's like-
Oh, new friends. Hi. She'll kind of step up to you. My name is Olivia. Olivia Fenton, Layton's wife.
I'll just,
How do you do?
Oh, I like you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm quite all right. I have questions.
Oh, I guess go ahead and ask. You can hear Layton kind of curse in the kitchen as he probably like spills like hot water on himself.
What is death like?
Daryl just looks over there.
Right to
Oh.
the point.
Well, I guess it all depends on how you die and who you serve. Do you follow any gods or anything, Ranerius?
I don't. I know that some exist. I've not pledged a fealty to one or another.
Oh, well, that might go into effect on what happens after you die. At least that was my experience, I guess.
Wait a minute. Where were you trapped?
Oh, I think it was the Nine Hills.
I was right earlier.
I'm not really sure. It's a little fuzzy for me. Layton would remember more, since he had to go there.
I'm Gerbil. I'm a bugbear.
That is
Oh,
fascinating.
I want to go to the kitchen and ask
Okay.
Layton some questions.
Yeah, you kind of wander
Excuse
back.
me.
You see Pyxrin kind of like look at her and then kind of like just turn around and just kind of like walk down the hallway. And yeah, towards the back of the hallway, you'll see the kitchen to your left. And you would have noticed Pyxrin, like the grand staircase leading up. And then that kind of curtained off, you know, like the width of a doorway beside where you start going up the steps, with a very elaborate curtain over it. Pyxrin, make a perception check for me.
You suck. I'm not gonna use you again. You suck too. I got a 9 again.
Okay.
You're going in dice.
I would say that you would probably hear this, like, kind of as you pass by the grand staircase and that curtained off piece of the wall, that you hear this kind of creak coming from that area as you pass through.
She's gonna stop. She has been so curious about this.
Mm-hmm.
And turn towards it and takes about 2 steps forward towards it.
I would say that you would notice your necklace getting just a little bit warm. Just enough for you to notice.
Oh, shit. Saunters off to the kitchen.
Okay. As you enter the kitchen, like, you see you see Wren trying to help Layton, but Layton's just kind of like pulling things out and, you know, it's like holding his hand with the cloth after burning it on some hot water. God damn it.
These are some great teas you have here. So which is your favorite? Also, what's going on with the noise in the basement?
Segue.
That's amazing.
Oh man.
What do you mean the noise in the basement?
Like, we were here with Olivia and we were like, hey, let's be best buds forever. And then we heard this like weird creak, like your house was like something big was moving or something. And then we're like, we could check that out. She was like, no. And so she said you would explain it.
He kind of throws like the rag onto the counter. Excuse me. And he's gonna hear him like step out into the hallway.
I grab as much finished tea as we have and try and follow him.
And so you follow him and like as he's like stomping down the hallway towards the sitting room. And so those in the sitting room would seem kind of like step into the doorway and stop.
Was there actually any tea finished that I grabbed?
There was probably like 6 cups.
Okay. As I come into the
Ren
room, I'll
just
be
walks
like,
in with the hot water.
as I come in after him, I'll say, tea's ready.
Aw.
Olivia kind of stops looking at the books and looks towards the doorway and then at Layton. You look upset. Olivia,
I'm so tagging along behind.
dear. Mm-hmm. Our friend here mentioned something about you and sounds and the basement.
The squatter thing in the back, Olivia, that we were talking about earlier.
Oh.
I think it's hitting right now.
She'll cross her arms. Yes, you were gone for 2 weeks, Layton. They've been terrorizing me for a week now.
They?
They're completely ignoring the rest of you. They're just looking at each other, having this conversation.
That wouldn't stop me from talking.
Oh, sure. No, I'm not telling you to stop talking. I'm just letting you know. They just don't even look at you.
Peeking around the corner and just like listening.
Things are a little weird here. Special side effects. I'm gonna do my own research.
What has been happening? He's asking Olivia this. Well, they've been making noises and creaking the house, and it's been a nightmare.
Does Tegan hear this?
Anyone in the room or in the hallway would hear
think
this.
all of
They're
us
not being quiet about.
I'll kind
you
of
know.
whisper to the three new people. Catch you up. Olivia's a ghost. There's like a creepy thing, maybe in the basement, maybe in the back of the house. We don't know.
There's
Maybe
a creepy,
lots of things.
There's a creepy cellar
And
door.
apparently it's a them.
All right.
There's a creepy
Tegan will,
cellar door.
yeah, he'll
Point to
grab
her
his
necklace.
pendant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll grab his
Gerbil
pendant
will do the same.
and say, "We investigated the outside door to the basement. It set off Gerbil's wound and set off my necklace as well as Warm. Whatever's down.
There's also an arcane lock.
So whatever's down there isn't nice."
Why not
Apparently-
take care of Shiga at the source?
It's true. Apparently it's been with the house for a long, long time.
Do ghosts eat sweet rolls?
No
What's
idea.
up?
Going to find out.
I don't think so.
Wait, all right.
Who's the daddy?
Ask her yet.
You see Layton, if you look at Layton, you see him look just as she's telling him, like, well, you know, it's been 2 weeks, like, they're terrorizing me. Again,
But it can help.
I'm sorry. He kind of looks to you, Wren. Oh, and he starts he takes off his jacket.
What part are
And,
you sorry about? The fact that she didn't tell me, or that we don't know what's going on, or that
Starts rolling
the
up
tea
his
didn't finish?
sleeves and just kind of looks like, gives you a side glance, Wren.
Do we
Well-
need to help you? You want us to help you?
Yes.
It appears that you're privy to intimate family matters today.
Worst case scenario, we
he
die.
kind of gives a
We're
look
glad to
to
help if you
Olivia
need it.
again. She's like, they asked. Understood.
Here to help if you need it.
Has it?
I
And
mean, if we help you get rid of it, the property value on this thing's going to shoot up, I'm sure.
he starts to turn and then kind of turns back to look at Olivia. Is it just the creaking? Have they come out? No, thank goodness. I don't know what I would have done then. I would have had to just stayed outside for, for however long you decide to stay away.
She dead.
Yeah, what's down there that bothers ghosts?
It won't happen again, Olivia. Well, see
It's
that
an honest
it doesn't. They've been having this conversation between each other this entire time. And
Zephyr and Red are just talking to him,
yeah,
trying to get answers.
yep. Layton will finally look to the rest of you. Well,
So do we get to know what's down there?
who are you people?
We're just travelers that wanted to water our horses.
Torchlight committee.
Wait, does Zephyr just say that out loud?
Yeah.
Y'all suck.
He just kind of looks at you, Zephyr. There's no like recognition on his face or anything.
Zephyr's an idiot.
Right.
Zephyr Torchlight.
Right. Hold on. He's going to.
Wait, is this the first time we've heard his last name is Torchlight?
I don't think that's his real last name.
So Layton's going to turn and start walking down the hallway towards the staircase.
following.
If y'all follow kind of in his wake,
Oh, I'm like right behind him.
Olivia like is following behind the rest of you.
Let's hope this works.
Gerbil will stay back, kind of hold his side, take a thing
Last
of
time you
tea,
stayed
just
back and you
slam
missed the
it
party.
back. He just slams back the tea and then follows after him.
Layton isn't even looking back at y'all or even seeing if you're following. He's just stomping down the hallway with this like very determined walk. Right before he gets to the staircase, though, he makes a sharp right and opens a small door, like not a small doorway, but a thin doorway. That if y'all are right behind him, will probably see that it opens into what seems like a small closet, and he pulls out a lantern. Everyone make intelligence checks, please.
Oh, okay.
Someone succeed.
Don't worry, I didn't.
I got a 9.
I got a 19.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. What's the inspiration? D6?
Yes.
You said it's just a
13.
straight up intelligence?
Yes.
With my inspiration, 18. I'm a smart bugbear.
To see if you recognize what you're looking at.
Oh, it's a special.
Did I just waste my inspiration?
Wait.
17.
Okay.
I do see that it's just an old rusty
Has
lantern.
everyone rolled?
Yeah, I got a 13.
Okay. Anyone
18
with
my
like
inspiration.
with a 12 or above would recognize this.
I didn't need my inspiration. I would have made that.
as
But you used it.
That's true.
It.
That's
You-
true. When was the last time any of us used inspiration?
those of you with a 12 or above would recognize this as, I mean, it looks almost exactly like the lantern that Ranerius has.
Oh.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Wow. Wow.
Ranerius, you're too kind of off, like thrown off by everything else that's happening.
You're a Green Lantern too.
So he pulls out this lantern, but there's something for those with the 12 or above. It looks like it, almost to the T. But you do notice that the inside of the lantern seems to be like there's a little door that kind of goes to the inside of it, which is similar to what Ranerius's lantern has. Like usually where you would light the candle inside. Seems to be glowing a bit. And almost like little balls of light are kind of pinging around inside of it. He will just kind of grab it and shut the closet door pretty forcefully. And start stepping towards the door. I mean, we'll start stepping towards the staircase and the curtain. He will put his hand on the curtain and pull it back, and on the other side is, of course, a door. The door has two large pieces of wood, kind of in these like metal holders over it to kind of like keep it from opening. It also has a chain around the handle and kind of holding these boards into place with a chain and a lock. Okay, steps. Ranerius, make an Arcana check for me, please.
22.
Okay, you would recognize that there's also an arcane lock on this as well. The rest of you make a. You know, I'm not gonna make you make a perception check. All of you feel your pendants get warm. For those of you who are behind the house and felt them get warm, this is a little bit warmer than that. And you hear this kind of like creak, like this moaning like creak coming from the other side of the door. Layton holds up his hand, and Gerbil,
Oh gosh.
Knocked out on the ground.
make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Why'd I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
Stupid lantern when I didn't need to. Oh, 18.
Okay.
Boom.
You do feel like a little kind of like ache in your side, but it's not. That's all that you feel. And the rest of you, you hear that creaking and that kind of moaning like creak coming from the other side of the door, and Layton holds up a hand, and you hear Olivia behind the group of you. You might want to step back.
Wow.
Be careful. We're not sure where they are, so you might want to kind of like step back here.
Verbal's already
Uh,
3 yards behind everybody. It's just like it's just,
Layton, you might want to, he stops what he's doing and he just turns around. Yes, dear. You might want to explain what's happening here.
A second now.
And he kind of like for the first time act like he's seeing all of you for the first time. Right.
I envision
It's
us
just
all like
imagining-
really close, just
Right.
I just
stacked up,
imagining like he
Right.
looks like behind him up the stairs,
Right.
and just like Scooby-Doo gang.
So, I inherited this house from my family. And something unusual came with it. There's a portal. It's the only way that I know how to describe it downstairs. That spirits come through. Not ghosts like my dear Olivia here, but they're not nice. Say that. So I have to contain them, and he holds up the lantern. Usually this works if it's only one or two, but being gone for 2 weeks, and he looks up at the top of his over his eyebrows at Olivia. Being gone for 2 weeks, they've probably built up, like leaving a nest of bugs too long. In my mind, I'm picturing, for anyone that's played Minecraft, like when you get to the dungeon, like the dungeon spawners, and at first it's only 1 or 2 spiders that pop up, but then it's like a million if you kind of leave it going. Anyways,
I thought you were about to say, "There's another portal down there." It's just like, that's great.
No big.
That's great.
so
Don't hit the pigman.
this might work. But if it does, I need you to stand back for a moment for me to try to do this myself. Because it's not going to help having a bunch of people right behind me. I don't know why you're interested in this, but it's fine.
Shiga.
What did you say, Zephyr?
Shiga.
Oh, Shiga. I will say that he doesn't seem to he just kind of looks at you. Right. Sure.
We'll be standing back. But what happens if what you're doing doesn't work?
I'll come back up. I'm just stepping inside really quick, and then I'll come back through the door. And all of you, since you're standing so close, I'm not going to have you roll perception checks. You can see that he becomes visibly his face kind of contorts, and he kind of almost not really doubles over, but just kind of slumps for a bit. Actually, yes. A lot of you make a fresh perception check for something for me.
23.
19.
18.
What did Pyxrin get for the perception?
$15.
Okay. I would say all of you notice then that in his left hand, as he's kind of like suddenly reacts to something, in his left hand where you see his wedding ring, or at least a gold band that you would assume was a wedding ring on his left hand, his hand kind of has like a kind of a grayish cloud, a dark grayish cloud that kind of is around it. Almost like a smoke of sorts. But not like something's on fire, almost like when you see something burning in a distance and you see those little like smoke puffs just kind of coming out of his hand. And he clenches it. Olivia pushes through the group of you to him. Well, not pushes through, she can't do that, but she'll kind of like, sorry, I forgot for a moment. She'll kind of step around you. And she, this entire time you've been around Olivia, she never passes through anyone. Not saying that she couldn't, but she doesn't. But she kind of like...
she'd possess you.
But she moves around you and kind of gets right beside Layton, and looks very concerned. Are you sure you're okay? Is it bothering you? It's fine. I'm good, but thank you. Just everyone stay right here, including you, and he swung it to Olivia. Just gonna step in, try to use this, and if it seems too much, I should be able to tell right away. As he opens, he goes back to, and Ranerius, you would recognize him as like removing the arcane lock, and starts to takes a key out and starts to slowly undo like the chain and the boards. I'll say he was probably doing some of that while he was talking to you earlier, and takes a deep breath, and then quickly opens the door and ducks inside and closes it behind him. You hear another kind of moan from the woods, creaking sound come from the other side of the door, and it's maybe a heartbeat, 2, 3, and he steps back out and closes the door behind him. And the lantern still in his hand. Oh yeah, they have definitely, yes. He hands the lantern to, and for those who would probably notice that the lantern, if you didn't see it before, the lantern has those little like balls of light that are kind of bouncing around inside of it. If you saw it before, it seems a little bit brighter. And so he'll hand the lantern back, he'll kind of like pass the, well, he can't, God, Stephanie, I keep forgetting that she can't do anything. He'll kind of step through you, like step through the, push his way through the, through the group of you and step back to that closet and just kind of like stick it in there for a moment, stick the lantern in there and close the door. Olivia kind of looks at him. I filled the lantern, but there's still a few down there. And and he kind of holds up his hand and you see that kind of like gray smoke around it. I can't. Not yet. Okay, well, and she looks to Zephyr and Wren. You said you would like to help. Well, looks back to Layton. This might be where they can help.
I mean, if you want us to help.
He kind of pushes his hair back out of his face. Sure, I would appreciate it. Yes. I'm not sure if any of you have fought spirits before.
One way to learn.
I have not, no.
I said these spirits are vengeful. I haven't Okay, well, if you want to help, then you can come down and help me clear out some of these. I need to get another lantern. There's some more downstairs, and I can't get there without going through the hive. So. Okay. Are you sure you're all up to this?
I can go either way.
I'll be sure
I mean,
to
it's your house. If you're fine with
compensate
living
you
with
with
it,
some
sure,
money once you're done. Looks to Olivia. Could you just stay here?
Zephyr's gonna nudge Ranerius and point at the lantern, and then point at Ranerius.
I don't know if it's the same kind of.
It looks pretty now that it's pointed out to you, Ranerius, it looks pretty familiar. It looks pretty almost exactly like yours. I'm sure that you've looked at yours quite a lot, trying to figure things out.
Excuse me, Mr. Layton, sir. I have a similar lamp. It does something different, but I don't know if maybe it can be repurposed for this occasion.
Do you have it with you? And I can see it?
I pull it out.
I mean, you pull it out of your bag or off of your belt or wherever you have it, Ranerius. He kind of looks at it and... Huh. Can I look at it? Can I hold it?
Of course.
And kind of compares the two. Well, none of the ones I have this inscription on it, but it looks the same. Are you sure it can't be used for this?
I don't know. This is the first we're encountering just spirits like this.
Look, I know that you don't know what's happening, and he kind of starts handing it back to you. I don't think that you want me to use it for what I'm using it for. Unless you want these spirits to be traveling around with you inside your lamp. They're stuck in there. You can hold about 10 at a time, or at least mine can. Sometimes 12 if it's a good day.
Well, if they're traveling around with us, but they're stuck in the lamp, how are they a danger to us?
If you let them out, sure. You look like a wizard. I don't know a ton of magic. I'm partially new to it. Well, in the past year or year and a half myself, but usually try to do a little trick that, a little lock on them that will help. But
for the sake of research.
No, for the sake of keeping them. Oh, okay.
Let's try.
I don't keep them for research. I'm just trying to get them to. Goddamn portal. So you're sure?
I believe I am. Hopefully I don't regret it, but we will see.
Okay.
Gerbil's, while that's kind of going on, Gerbil's gonna kind of grab Tegan by the arm and kind of pull him to the side, and just be like, "Do I need to go down there? What if I become a liability? We still don't know exactly what my wound, and it's obvious what's down there."
If it's affecting you, I don't think it's probably a good idea to come down. Maybe stand here and, if we need you, if things get desperate, we'll call out for you. But I don't know. In your condition, weakened, and that wound being a sore spot entry point for this stuff, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea.
Gerbil will nod, but he's grumpier than normal. He's
What do you do to do you invite the spirits into the lamp? How do they get in there?
Oh, well, if it's built like the ones that I have downstairs, which it looks like it's the exact same lamp, it just kind of sucks them inside of it if you open the door and are near them.
Very well then.
Usually. Sometimes, depends on how strong the spirit, whatever the freak they are, if they go inside, so. But if we get too overpowered, and he kind of looks to Olivia, I do have a backup plan. But I would rather not do it unless I absolutely have to. Are we ready?
I open the door of the lantern before we.
Okay, alright. He kind of nods at you, Ranerius, and turns and opens the door. So Gerbil, you're just kind of standing back.
Yeah, I'll kind of stay kind of at the top of the stairs.
Olivia will kind of slide up to you as the rest start going down. You're not going with your friends?
I don't know how much help I'd be. I have a wound that's a bit susceptible to angry spirits.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry. Are you dead too?
I hope not.
Surprise. Gerbil's been dead this entire time.
I mean, that wasn't the Feywild. That was just one of the 9 Hells.
I mean, I don't have any wounds, but, you know, for them to affect you, I mean, I've been around them and it's not a good feeling. I don't feel like myself when I am.
Yeah, they're dangerous. And I'm not gonna lie that it's a bit disconcerting that there's just a portal to them in your basement.
We can't close it. We don't know how. We don't have any means to. It's just perpetually open. So
why stay here then?
Because it's our home, and usually things work, and we're able to trap them, and it just got too much this time. Layton got careless. But he's back. He'll take care of it.
Right.
So the rest of you start going down the step. Well, I mean, you go through the door, which immediately goes to steps that go down. It's dark. Layton does kind of click one, a light that doesn't really light hardly anything. It's just enough to see that you're in a very narrow staircase, so you have to go down single file. All of you immediately start feeling your pendants get hot. With each step you take down, they get a little bit hotter. Just enough to notice. I will say, Gerbil, as they had opened the door and went in, and I'll say that after y'all start going down, that Gerbil, you'll see Olivia kind of like whoosh something, like whoosh almost like a wind of sorts to close the door. And so the group that's going down the steps, you'll hear the door close, and that extra little bit of light kind of get, stopped off. And so you just have the light that's hanging above now. But yeah, you, and also, sorry, I had to keep going back and forth, but Gerbil, when the door was open that little bit, you definitely felt that pain in your side and almost felt drawn towards the door. But then as soon as it closed, you were fine. Pendant still felt a little bit warm, of course, because you're standing right there, but the rest of you going down the steps, your pendants get a little bit hotter with each step. And as you kind of have, like, going down into these basements, you have, like, the wall, like, from the floor of the first level kind of, like, there for a bit on both sides, so you can't see anything around you. And then as you start, getting further down, those kind of fall away into support beams for the first floor. And you get hit with this kind of blue glow coming from the other side of this kind of, like, open stone room. It's fairly built down here. It seems like that they've cobbled, like, stoned in the bottom here, like the walls, like reinforced the walls with stone on the inside. As you get to the bottom of the steps and you kind of turn to look, you see this kind of glowing portal, blue on the outside with kind of a mist coming out of it. Zephyr, you just see sparkles in the air, which you know is a sign of Dem Glemte.
Dem Glemte.
The portal is, let me get to my notes here. Through the portal, you see, you can see through it. You see, like, it looks like just a large cave. And you're about probably 30 feet from the portal at this point. You do see these weird kind of, like, wisps of something kind of traveling about the room. Especially, like, around the portal. They almost, like, swirl around it. Through the portal and through these kind of wisps of what seems like smoke and dust particles, you see what looks like the inside of a large cave. There are, you can almost make out maybe, like, a large stone face, like, on the wall. Through the portal, I mean, like, in this large cave. But it's hard to make out because, it's not a huge portal. It's maybe about 10 feet high, maybe about 8 feet wide. Yeah, maybe not even that big, actually. Maybe, like, more like 8 and 5. Yeah. 8 and 6. Layton is walking in front of you, and as he gets to the bottom of the steps, he kind of looks to you, Ranerius. Do you mind if I take the lantern to try?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
I hand over the lantern.
Alright, so he will take the lantern and nod at you as, like, a thank you, and as he takes a step towards the portal, you immediately see these kind of swirling like gas and mist stop and form more into these shapes that look, you can see a head, you can see shoulders on some of them. Some of them seem more general, very general, like, and then others seem almost humanoid. Not as much as maybe Olivia was. But you can make out slight features. You can make out some, like, the types of clothing. Some of them, most of the ones that look like this are wearing robes of some type, or maybe leather armor. And, like, 10 of them stop, and just you see these forms standing about the room, this glowing portal kind of behind them and framing them. In this room, you would see, like, there's a couple of doors to the right, and then the rest of this, of course, as I said, is that enforced stone wall around the sides. It almost looks like the basement was built, and possibly you realize maybe the house was built around this portal. It's almost like built into an enclave. I mean, if it wasn't built around it, then it's crazy, like, placing that it fits in this area. And it looks like that, like, you can almost see kind of a frenzied history of trying to cover this thing up. There's like a wall, there's like a brick wall that's halfway built around it, like almost in front of it, like separating it from the rest of the room and like the staircase. But it's been torn down halfway. There are other pieces of material, like wood sticking out, like almost like that someone has tried different materials and building walls around this thing to see if any would keep out what was coming out of the portal. But everything had been torn down either on purpose or from whatever was coming out. As soon as these these forms of gas stop and just almost look at you as a group, Layton will kind of hold out his arm, telling the rest of you to stop, and will hold out the lantern that you gave him, Ranerius, and will start taking slow steps towards the spirits that are scattered around the room. There's maybe 10 feet between him and the first one. You watch as not only does the lantern start glowing, but his hand starts glowing as well that's holding it, which is his left hand. The one that some of you saw the kind of grayish clouding around earlier. He's walking forward slowly, but also with purpose, and holding out this lantern. And the first spirit almost just gets sucked up into it. He immediately closes the door and starts walking towards the next, only opening it right when he's almost like reaching out with the lantern and almost touching it with the lantern. Okay. There are 2 or 3 in this area. Okay. And he gets 2 of them. The other one, the one that's left, that has more of a general form, screams angrily. And Layton glances at it, but then just kind of steps towards another group, holding out the lantern and opening it just as he gets to them. And gets 2 more into the lantern. And quickly steps over to another group and gets 2 more there. His steps quicken, and as they do, the spirits that are left, which are 4 of them, are circling around angrily and almost circling around him. He closes the door, his left hand still glowing on the lantern, and sets it down and draws out his sword again. And everyone in the room, I want you to roll initiative.
Ew.
So I did say, after they went through the door and everything, Derval would have just pulled out his bow and just readied it, kind of down the stairs at the door, just
Okay.
in case.
All right.
4.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Actually, let me get everything set up. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm getting it like in
Here
view
we go.
of this.
So exciting.
So y'all are
Do
like
you have ghost minis?
over here. I do. And again, for those of you, if you don't remember, since we don't battle that much, you can right-click the window of the map and pin that and make it larger.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's sideways.
And then
Use your imagination.
the arrow is pointing north again.
It's a long
5D.
So you're at the bottom of the step. Sturble is not here. You got Tegan. You're all kind of bunched up here right now.
I'm so conflicted. We don't go into battle very often, and I have to stay out of it.
It was your choice.
No, I
Your
don't want to
choice.
be. I don't want to turn into zombie
All right,
gerbil and
roll
kill
my
everybody.
sleeves here.
I'll need that on my
Um,
conscience.
Now the thing is that well, I have ghost minis. I haven't put them on stand yet, so and they're clear, so that's gonna be interesting.
They're already. Oh, you should have just put the black piece. Just been like, there it is.
I mean,
Can't see
I
it.
could, yes, I could, yes. But let me just get more out of here. Let's see. Got that one. This one. And this one and that one.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not gonna be that close to you. And actually, you will, and just, this doesn't really represent him as much, but we'll put Layton in there. Actually, he was a bit closer to them. And making sure.
Welcome, Raiders.
Oh, welcome. We were getting battles set up. Alright, okay. Alright. Cool. So you see 4 of them right now. So let me actually 12. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. Let's see. 12. Okay. 3, number 2. Ooh, jeez.
Session 0.
Number 3 and okay, all right. Not the best. Let me see what kind of NPCs. No, baddies. All right, so we have. Okay, all right. This is gonna be interesting. All right, so Pyxrin, what did you get for initiative?
4.
4. Okay, so that. Pyxrin. And Wren, what did you get?
8.
8.
Guys.
This is
doesn't sound great.
Tegan, what did you get?
Got an 8 as well.
8 as well for Tegan. Zephyr?
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Nice.
20. Excuse me.
If Gerbil had rolled initiative, it would have been a 22.
Well,
Or 20 also, sorry.
you didn't, did you? Ranerius, what did you get?
14.
14. All right. Okay. Well, okay. So you see these 4 spirits kind of angrily kind of swirling and screaming at Layton, and Layton draws his sword after he sits down as gingerly as possible sits down the lantern with that's now closed. Yeah, so Zephyr is first, and then Ranerius is on deck. So what would you like to do, Zephyr?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, and just for marking, I'll mark where the portal is. Let's see here.
Steph, do we have battle cam up for OBS?
Oh, you don't.
For
I mean, we have it ready. I just haven't. Thank you for
Okay,
reminding me,
yeah.
because I completely forgot. Let's see here. It should be ready. There we go.
Alright. Let me know when.
Alright, actually, let me just throwing things around now. Let me just try to bring that up a bit, the battle cam for the viewers, because it's kind of... Okay, that's better. Don't know what this is. Let's get that off of there. Alright, I'm ready. Sorry.
Okay. Going to. I'm the purple one, right?
Yes, you are. Yes, you're this one.
Okay, great. I will move up 3 and east 1.
Whoops. 1, 2, 3, and east 1.
Yeah, and I'm going to use Snillic's Snowball Swarm
Okay.
right between the 3 ghosties that are furthest east.
Okay.
And how does that sound, Zephyr? Verbal component for snow is 4. And there's an explosion of snowballs right between them, and they all need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. So this was just between these 3 right here?
That's
or
correct.
between all, okay.
Yep, just gonna hit those 3.
All right.
It's a blast radius of 5 feet.
5. So numbers. So one of those fail. One of those. What do they need to beat?
They need to beat a 16.
Okay. So one of them only got like a 6. This one gets a 19. So they passed. Ooh,
Yep.
and that one definitely fails. Only a 3.
Yay.
So we have.
The one that succeeds will take half damage, and the other 2 will take full damage.
So what kind of damage is this, though? What
cold.
Okay. Zephyr, you cast this fireball spell. I mean, not fireball, snowball spell.
Yeah.
And it does seem to land on a couple of them, but they take no damage.
Oh. Bye-bye, spell slot.
And you would kind of notice that, so. Doesn't seem to phase them at all.
Oh. Wait, let me look at something really quick. Nope. Never mind.
Okay. All right, so anything else you want to do on your turn? Zephyr, you good?
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
And sorry, I'm just trying to flip between all the things. I'm gonna go ahead and cast another. Oh, it's gonna be a cantrip, but I get it casted as a bonus action. And I will cast Toll the Dead on the one that I didn't target with the snowball stuff.
Okay. And what does that do? Your mind?
Let's make a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
or take 1d8 necrotic damage. No, I'm sorry, 2d8 necrotic damage.
That is wisdom save. That's a 14.
That won't do it.
Okay.
So it will take 14 necrotic damage.
Okay. So that is number 4 right there. So 14 necrotic. Okay. All right. All right. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay. Cool. Ranerius, it is your turn, and then Layton is up.
I will cast Firebolt. I'm going to stay right where I am. I'll cast Firebolt on the one that Zephyr just hit.
Okay.
I'm going to use my lucky. Because I rolled a 3, and that's no good. And then I rolled a 2, and that's also no
Wow.
good. So,
Aw.
yep.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. So you start to cast Fireball, and it just doesn't Doesn't fly. You're a little spooked.
My
Ooh.
finger guns are misfiring.
Right. Exactly. All right. Anything else for your turn, Ranerius?
Nope.
Okay. Alrighty. Then that would bring us to Layton. Oh, buddy. Okay. So, Layton has his sword drawn. It's a long sword. And the rest of you see it glow this blue that almost matches the portal, but has a little bit purple and other colors mixed into it too. It does start glowing. And you see him kind of shake the sword a bit, and then he goes in for a strike with it on, let's see, he steps forward to, we'll say, number 3. Oh, my buddy. You see his, he slashes towards that spirit and misses. The spirit screams at him, and he goes in for a second attack. And brings up his sword and brings it back down. And as the sword makes contact with the spirit, you see it glow even more intensely as it makes contact. And let's see. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Right. Okay. And you see it kind of surprisingly slice through the spirit. It's 10. Oh, actually, there's a plus on that too. It's 5, so 15. One number 3. Okay. All right. Now it is a couple of ghosts are up, and then it will be Tegan and Wren after 2 of the spirits. Spirit number 4 goes next, which is this one. And it is, gosh, Stephanie, you opened up 2 different windows, Stephanie, because you knew you were doing this, so get with the program. Oh man. There's a lot of crazy things. Okay, all right. Number 4. What is their movement speed? Okay. So, Zephyr, you see the ghost kind of fly towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Please make a... Oh, man. Please make a charisma saving throw for me.
Shoo. That is a 26.
Okay. Zephyr. The others, like, you just see this ghost kind of go towards Zephyr and almost, like, touch him, but then kind of backs off. Zephyr, for a moment...
No touchy!
For a moment, as it reaches out to you, you felt very lightheaded. And almost like you were being pushed to the side without, like, being pushed down without being pushed, I guess. It's a good way to explain it. But you seem to be able to fight it off, and the spirit kind of backs up a bit. Now... Okay. Oh. Well, sir. Okay. So the spirit is actually going to... Let's see, there's 6 of you. Let's see, it's moved that many feet. So it's actually going to... you get a little panicked as it moves through you, Zephyr, but it seems to kind of go out the other side. And will come up to you, Wren.
That is
Awesome.
Zephyr get an attack?
It's
It's
not
still within
technically
5 feet.
disengaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Okay. All right. Now for the next one. Number 1, which is this one. It will. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading these long ass descriptions of things. Okay, we'll just try this. Everyone, yeah, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Everyone make wisdom saving throws for me, please.
Is it against magic?
Is this a spell being cast?
Yes, kind
Because
of.
that really matters for the gnome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, give me 1 second. I mean, it's a ghost, so this kind of goes along with being a ghost, but,
It's a ghost, y'all.
So it's a
Look there.
supernatural
That
ability?
there's a ghost.
So, yes, I will count it as a magic.
Wait,
Them there's
Is it
ghosts.
something that can be counterspelled?
20 for me.
I can just imagine you counterspelling with finger guns.
I don't know if, let me see here.
Like, would Ranerius perceive the somatic motions or verbal components of a spell being cast?
No.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay. All right. So DC wisdom so wisdom saving throw. Did anyone get below a 15?
No.
No.
14 plus 2, 16.
Look at you. Wow.
I got below a 15.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All
It's
right.
good knowing you.
So the rest of you, you feel like you see this ghost kind of, we'll say it kind of actually even moves towards you 10 feet. And it's this imposing figure. This one has more of a human-like appearance. You can see kind of like the outline of the robes. And it's carrying this this staff with crystals at the end of it, or so it seems like looks like crystals, much as you can tell with a ghost-like figure, and it almost like unhinges its jaw as it screams at you, and it almost kind of moves through your brain almost is what it feels like. The rest of you are able to fight it off. Ranerius, you are now,
Possessed.
no,
Afraid.
It's ripping on the floor.
okay,
What's going
so, wait a minute. Okay, so how much, so what did you roll, Ranerius?
I got a 12.
Okay, you missed that part. So you, are frightened for the next minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, of course. So, and yeah, the rest of you, so just so that you can remind me if I forget, the rest of you that saved on that, you're actually immune to to this ghost casting it.
Right.
Target saving throw, if the target is immune to the ghost horrifying this for the next 24. So, to this ghost. So, if number 1 starts casting, tries to cast that again at you, you will be immune to it. Except you, Ranerius. So you are frightened, which, are you aware of, what frightened means?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Ranerius is quite familiar with being frightened.
Aw.
That's the secret weapon. He's
Aw.
always frightened.
Okay.
You want to make me scared.
Yeah. Alright. I had to refresh myself. Okay, so that is, let's see, we'll say that it will stay there. Yeah. So it is Tegan. It's your turn. Rin, you're up next, and then it will be Pyxrin.
Okay. I will go east as far as I can go.
Okay. So what's your movement speed? 30?
35.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait a minute. You're counting, Stephanie. 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're right there.
Okay. And I will longbow the
This
one
one?
that's the one that's on Layton.
Okay. Yep. I think that's number 3.
Okay. Okay. All right. Attack roll.
And let me know what type of damage this is, please, too.
This would probably be piercing if it's a longbow.
Okay.
All right. Attack. 16. 9 plus 7.
Yes, 16 hits.
Okay. Oh, and okay, I will get sneak attack because he's within 5 feet of Layton.
Okay.
All right, so piercing damage first. 8 piercing damage, and then the sneak attack will be. Where's my sneak attack? Other. 3d6.
3d6. Wow.
Yeah. 2, 5, and 2. 8. 8 sneak attack damage.
All right. Yes. Wonderful.
For a total of 16. Okay.
I will say that you fire these arrows, Tegan, and you do see it hit the spirit and go through it. But again, it goes through it. What I'm trying to say is that it only took half damage.
Okay. That's fair. More than fair.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Let's see. Bonus action. Nothing.
Okay.
I'm good where I'm at. Yep.
All right. So it is Rin's turn, and then Pyxrin, you're next.
Okay, Mags is going to come up on what I think is number 4 ghost, the one that's right in front of me.
Yes.
Or I guess if he's already in range, he'll just stay right there.
Already. Yeah, he's already in range. Yeah.
And Mags is going to try and fight that ghost. So... And she gets advantage because I'm right next to her.
Okay.
Engage at the same time. So... 21.
21 hits.
Nice.
And I'm guessing this is piercing or slashing.
Piercing damage.
Okay.
It says damage is 7, parentheses 2d4 plus 2. Do I say it's just 7 or do I roll? Or is it...
I think you could say it's just 7, but you can roll for it.
And possibly get more. Got it.
I think that's an average.
Yeah, the book gives you
Great,
an
so
average.
then it's 9 damage.
Oh, look at
There you
that.
And I'm
Look at that.
assuming this is not a creature because it's a spirit.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay. So that doesn't affect them. Then myself, Wren, is going to cast Hunter's Mark on... I don't know what number it is. The one that Tegan just also shot at.
Number 3.
That's number 3.
Number 3. We're going to cast Hunter's Mark on number 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot my bow at number...
At number 3.
Oh no, did he freeze?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Zach, if you can hear us, we can't. We've lost you. Oh, there you go.
Come
You're back.
to us.
You're back.
Yay.
I heard you the whole time.
Okay. So you're shooting at number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to think if I got advantage for some reason for shooting him, but I don't remember why I would or not. So I'm gonna say I don't.
Okay.
Moving on. Well, that didn't hit. 2 plus whatever, 9, so 10.
Does
Or
not
11.
hit.
I doubt that hits.
11?
Okay, well, I'm going to shoot it. Yeah, 11.
Okay,
Go.
nope, doesn't hit.
I'm going to shoot again.
Okay.
For 14.
It hits.
Woo! We'll take it. So then it is 1d6 plus my sneak attack, which is another d6. I think is what's happening. Yes. Oh, crap rolls. Come on. Yeah, 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You do see, you do kind of see the arrow kind of go through the figure, Wren. It does land, but does seem to affect it, I guess is what I should say. So it does only take half damage.
Add 4 more to that damage because I get a third d6 because of Hunter's Mark.
Okay. So 4 more total.
Yeah. So
it'd be
was...
2. It's half damage.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. So that is okay. All right. Anything else for your turn?
I don't really want this ghost in my face, but I don't want to move away and give it a chance, so I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. Alrighty. Pyxrin, it is your turn. Then it's a couple of the ghosts before we go back around.
Yay! Great rolls. I would like to move her 10 feet to the right.
10 feet to the right, so to the east.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
My
Ranerius.
brain works up and down
Don't.
and like left and right. So I'm more of a landmark person.
Okay, so 10 feet, 5, 10. So right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And I can make a melee attack. Oh, melee. Okay. So let me do that first. And cast. See if it. Does a 13 hit? 13?
Yes, 13 hits. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You had me scared for a second. God damn it, Steph. Shit. That's what I get for drinking tequila tonight. Okay. Let me 8 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, this is my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
So I can make it look like whatever I want.
Right.
So it's gonna look like a hammer, but the entirety of the handle is gonna look like sprinkles.
Nice.
And then the actual like top part of the hammer is going to look like a sweet roll.
Nice. Nice. Are you attacking the one in
this.
front of you there, or are you attacking in
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, that one. And I can also attack it, you know, normally while I'm doing that because it's
Yeah.
a bonus action.
Mhm.
So, sorry, I'm just really excited about this.
Yeah,
stuff
I
because
love
I can
it.
be dumb with it. It's
I
great.
love it.
Okay, so nope, I don't want to click on that. I'm trying to do this. Okay, so that's 8 damage, and then I'm going to, if this would work, roll to attack with my short sword. I got a 17,
Yeah, that hits.
and oh, come on. Top. Hit for 3.
Okay.
trying to see if I have a double action or not. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Nope, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to. I think I still have movement, right? So
Yes, you do.
I'm actually gonna move back to where I was.
Okay.
The sword, the spiritual weapon thing, lasts for 1 minute or until I recast it, of course. So
Okay.
it'll like stay next to them.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
All right. Okay, so
Sprinkle hammer. Ha!
yes. So Ghost 3, he was in front of Layton. Oh no, do I want to? Wait, I have to roll for this.
Oh no, Steph.
Oh, no.
Did you crit?
No, oh, okay. Okay, so the rest of you see this ghost that's in front of Layton. Layton still has his sword drawn and it's still glowing in his left hand. This spirit in Zephyr you would recognize as something that almost happened to you a little bit ago. Reaches out to Layton. Actually, let me see. And he actually steps out of the way of the touch, but the ghost almost thrusts itself towards him, and you almost see part of the ghost kind of like it almost looks like it's going to pass through him, like the ghost did with Zephyr, like pass through to the other side. But it almost seems to get kind of stuck inside the body. So, oh man. Okay, all right. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna give him actually this, so maybe there'll be a better chance. Oh. But then you see Layton kind of struggle for a moment and just almost like stab the stone floor with his sword as he struggles there and kind of like almost doubles over. But then the ghost kind of comes out and Layton kind of takes I'll say that he can just kind of takes a couple of steps back from it as he's recovering. And then Ghost 2, which is this one, who has been all by its lonesome over here for a bit, is going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so it floats through its comrade over to you, Zephyr.
Bring it on.
And this one draws out a this kind of ghostly sword that you can see through, but it has a shimmer to it.
Bring it.
And it is going to rear back and try to attack you with it. Okay, does a 18 hit?
It does not.
It does not. All right, so the first one misses. It does rear back for a second attack.
Bring it on.
Ooh, and I know that one doesn't hit because it's only a 10. So the second one misses as well.
Woo!
All right, so you bested the ghost this time. All right, so it is. Just so you're aware, I'll give this another round, and then probably we'll just pick it up next week. Since it is getting after 1 o'clock. But we'll go one more round, or we'll see.
I got my sprinkle hammer.
So going up to Zephyr, it is your turn, and then Ranerius.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, can I take a moment gerbil upstairs. As you're standing there with Olivia, and she's like asking you like awkward questions about the bow. Like, do you know how to use that? Where did you get it? So what exactly do they call your I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but your species? And questions like that. As like you're standing there like with your bow aimed towards the door, and actually the group of you downstairs, as it starts this new round, you see a ghost like fly out of the portal and start like circling a couple of you, a little bit, or start circling the group. And then you see it kind of fly up the stairs. We'll say, let's see, does he notice? No. So Gerbil, as you're standing there, the door suddenly rattles. Because it's just closed right now. No one's put anything back. Like, it's just closed. It rattles. And almost like something is shaking it.
Does it normally take this long?
Well, he's never gone for 2 weeks. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how many are down there. Maybe you should put at least the boards back? She seems a little frightened that it's like something's trying to get through. I'm sure if they need to get back, they'll let us know. Come on.
I'll take
It rattles again.
I'll take a couple steps down.
There are no
Slowly.
steps. The doors, the steps are inside the door. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The door's just right there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I thought the door was like at the base of the stairs.
It is at the base of the stairs, but it's the base of the stairs are going up. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, the stairs are going up. This is it right there beside it, where the stairs start to go up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Gerbil will slowly go to put the boards back.
Okay. All right. As you put in the second board, it rattles again. So back to Zephyr. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so Zephyr's going to move around this ghost number 4 until he's right next to Mags.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Right? Or do you want... You're beside Mags, you're on the other side of the ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I can do that. And then I'm gonna use, well, I need to get out of that habit. And then Zephyr says, zippity zap! And uses lightning bolt, targeting those 3 ghosts that are approximately lined up.
Okay, all right.
That's a dexterity saving.
All right. So for Ghost 4 there. Okay. I'm guessing a 5 doesn't beat.
No.
That is a 21 for one, or a 20 for one for the other.
That will succeed.
And that is a 10 for the other one.
Nope. So the ones that failed
Okay.
take 32 lightning damage.
Which
and
is
the
halved.
And the one that succeeded takes 16 halved. So 8.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So that was a 16 for Ghost 3 and 2. 16. 21. 16. 15. Okay.
Oh, and
All right, and then 8
Zephyr did quicken
for 4.
that. Is ghost number 4 still alive?
Yes.
Okay. he'll use Toll the Dead on that using his as a quicken bonus action.
Okay. What is that again for the saving throw?
16.
I mean, what was it? What's the type again? I'm sorry. The type,
Oh,
is it a dex? Is it
wisdom?
That is a 8, so it fails.
Yay!
Remind me.
So it's gonna take because it doesn't have full health, correct?
Correct.
Right. So it's gonna take 2d12 damage.
Okay.
For a grand total of 17 necrotic damage.
Okay. Okay. So you cast
and
this...
I'm sorry, I said he's cast Toll the Dead. What he really does, he goes bong.
Nice. So you cast Toll the Dead on this ghost creature, and unfortunately doesn't have an effect. It's necrotic damage.
Sorry. The correct damage don't work because they're already dead.
I got really excited.
I know. Anything else for your turn, Zephyr?
No. Zephyr's just gonna sit.
Oh, gonna
down.
sit?
No, not really.
All right, so it is Ranerius' turn and then Layton.
Okay. So, I am going to shoot a firebolt at number 4 there.
Okay, this one?
Yes.
Cool.
Now, from where I'm at,
Uh-huh.
was that number 1 that attacked me? Which one am I frightened of?
Oh, you were you were frightened of number 1. Yes, correct.
So, is he still in my line of sight if I'm firing at number 4?
I mean, you can see him if you look in that direction.
Okay. Well, can I not look at number 1 and still fire at number 4?
Close one eye.
Just close an eye. Frightened creatures disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls with a source of fears within line of sight. Let's see. Oh crap. I don't know. Anyone have any advice on what would that go with someone that? I mean, I'm still kind of learning. So
my understanding of being afraid is that you just run as far away as you can from the whatever it is that's scaring you.
According to conditions, it just says frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That's all it says.
That's fair.
It doesn't say anything about having to move away. But, I mean, I would think line of sight, you can still see it. So I would think that the disability would still...
Let's just roleplay Ranerius. I'm going to run to the west
And he bangs on the door.
as far as I can. I don't know where the door is or whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, you have that set of stairs you came down. So you're going up the stairs?
I guess I'm going up the stairs. Huh?
Okay. All right. So you turn around, and we'll say the stairs are back here. So you start going up the steps, and you get to the closed door.
Okay. Is anyone still in my line of sight that I can fire at?
No, because you have like some like half walls, because where you have like the flooring of the first floor. If you go down about halfway to the steps, you can start seeing the creatures, and would probably be able to see. You would probably be able to see 4 and 2.
Can I get up and out the door?
If you try the door, it won't budge, and Gerbil, you would hear the door moving again.
Okay, so since I can't attack anything and I can't move any closer to the guy I'm afraid of now, I'm going to run at the door and start begging, help, 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 help. And-
Do I hear Ranerius?
You do hear Ranerius. I will step in that, like I said, that if you go halfway down the steps, you can only see 2 and 4. You won't see 1.
Okay, but can I move closer now that I've moved?
Further away.
You can
Further
go down
away.
the steps. You'll still be the same distance. So, like, you
will-
could, like,
all right.
go down to, like, right here. So you would still have 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to get to number 4, and you would have 30 feet to get to number 2.
All right, firebolt number 4.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Say fireball.
Firebolt.
Oh.
Firebolt.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
23.
Welcome to the
Stress
Dribble and
me out
Darius
like that.
adventure.
23 hits. That was an attack
7
roll.
damage to.
Okay. So 7 halved to 4.
So I don't bang on the door and say help, 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 help.
Okay.
But I will make my saving throw
All right.
again.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And I don't like that roll, so I'm going to use a lucky.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw.
And that's also terrible. So nope, I fail it again.
Okay. You still feel very afraid of that ghost that you can't see right now, but you still feel that fear inside of you.
Okay, cool.
All right, so it is Layton's turn. And I'm going to say that he's going to try at the ghost in front of him again with his sword. Layton, why? Why? All right, so the
Hey, man, you're
first
supposed
one,
to be the expert
the
here.
first one whiffs.
Yeah, you gotta use the
Oh,
the puzzle
okay.
coins.
The first one, you see him kind of swing with that glowing sword in the first time, and it just kind of, the ghost weaves a bit. But then the second one, it lands, and as it lands on the ghost, it's almost like an explosion, like an explosive glow. The light from it becomes 10 times brighter, and the ghost screams out in pain. He did a natural 20.
Nice.
So
Make up for that.
This and this. And that. Oh, not bad, not bad. 28. That is halved, so it's 14. So let's see, 3. Yeah, that's 3. 14. Yeah, okay.
Dungeons and Dragons. It's basically just math.
All right, so that is all of Layton's turn. He'll like turn around and like look at the rest of you just to make sure everyone's still okay, and then he'll turn back around and with a growl to the spirit in front of him. He definitely looks pissed. All right, and so now it is okay. We have 2 ghosts, and then it'll be Tegan and Wren. And all right, ghost number 4 is all right. He has people right there. Goodness. All right, so this one is going to actually reaches out to use Zephyr with a ghostly hand, but it feels different than before. This it almost points it to you, and whoops, no, that's not okay. Ooh, that is a 19 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Wow.
Actually, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I rolled a 14 and there's a +7. So it's a 21.
That meets my AC.
Okay. Goodness.
The alcoholic bird with 21 AC.
Oh, this is a little wild. Now this is necrotic damage, Zephyr.
Oh, wait. I'm going
Uh-huh.
to use my reaction and cast shield.
Okay, what does
Right.
that do?
That gives me +5 to AC.
Okay,
Right, so his AC is now 26.
all right.
Right.
That's dumb.
Just for the rest of his turn. Or the second.
All right, so you threw up that shield, Zephyr. You feel this kind of coldness kind of start to reach out to you before you do that, but you're able to block it off. And the ghost looks upset and screams at you. Let's see here. This is, can't do anything else, so that's for that one. And then ghost number 1. Okay, all right. Let's do this, because I don't know. Actually, you would see the ghost beside you, Silvra, raise a ghostly sword. So I'll try to do a couple of attacks on you here. Oh, nope. You see it try to hit you with it, and it completely misses. Wow. 2 1s in a row.
Boom.
We're going to say that Layton kind of turns. You see Layton turn as the ghost misses on the second hit. And he's going to pull up the lantern and open the door, and it sucks that ghost inside. So that one is off the playing field.
Yes. Thank you.
And then he kind of like nods to you, Pyxrin. Sorry, he nods to you, Pyxrin, and then turns back to the ghost in front of him. So that is Tegan, and then Wren.
That ghost was what, S2 or S?
That one was number 1.
Okay, number 1's gone. Okay. All right. Tegan will again take aim at number 3. Is that the one that's on Lawton?
Yes, correct.
All right. Hit. 26.
That hits.
All right. Damage. 1d8 plus 4 piercing. Oh, shit. 5 piercing.
Okay.
And then sneak attack. Hold on. Why did they put that on the other tab? Sneak attack. 3d6. 16 sneak attack damage. So
6
21.
7 plus 6. Yeah, 21. Okay, all right.
So half 20, I guess half 21.
Sounds good. All right. How do you want to do this?
I was going to say, is he still standing?
How do you want to do this, Tegan?
Tegan will see the other ghost get sucked into the lantern and then shift his weight a little bit and take a real close aim at the one on Lawton, almost as if to reward Lawton for taking one away and put one right at the center mass of the
you see Layton kind of expertly kind of dodge his head as it goes over his shoulder and lands right into the ghost, and it just disperses in this cloud. And you see almost a little bit of something get like sucked back into the portal, we'll say.
All right.
So that one is fun.
I guess for my movement, just to get a clearer view, I'm just going to move up 2.
Up 2?
North.
North 2?
North 2, I'm sorry.
There you go.
There you go. That way I get at least a view of the other 2. Okay. And bonus action. I keep forgetting bonus action.
Sure.
Hide.
All right. So you, I would say that you're probably near the wall over there. And so you are able to find like this stone pillar and able to hide right behind it. So,
all right, so
in the shadows.
Next time around.
All right. Cool. And that's it for your turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, Wren, you are up. And then it is Pyxrin.
I whistle legs to have her attack ghost number 4 again.
Okay.
And so she attacks again. Why is my internet always unstable right when I'm going?
Of course.
So that's 22 to hit.
That hits.
So that is 5 plus 2, so 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to, because Layton, or because Tegan killed that other one, I'm going to move Hunter's Mark to the not number 4, whichever number is left.
Number
I don't know
2?
what that number that is. Number 2.
That's 2.
And then I'm going to shoot at number 2. For not great. I think it is for. Where's my numbers? 13.
13 to hit? That
Yeah.
hits.
Oh, wow. Great. Then I hit it with. 1 second, please. So 5. Wait, no, those don't. What am I doing with those dice? So 4, 7 plus 4, 11 piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
That's half fine.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn?
I think I also have bonus action hide, maybe. Do I? No, I don't yet. Never mind. I stand right there. Not hidden.
All right. So it is Pyxrin's turn, and then 2 ghosts.
2 ghosts.
2 ghosts.
I would like to move 10. Hold on. That one's north, so.
East, west.
10 feet north.
10 feet north. All right.
And I
That-
don't remember the number of that one.
This one right here.
Yeah.
That's number
yeah.
2
I'm not aiming for the.
for Layton.
That would really suck. Sorry, I may have had I might need to get some glasses. God, that would really suck. Cast Sacred Flame on
Okay.
the ghost, and the dex save is a 13. If they.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that dex save, right? They got a 12.
1d8 radiant damage.
Yes, for radiant.
And we're done. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna do my spiritual weapon again. With the bonus action.
Okay. What was the was it, did you roll for the damage on the other one? You said 1d8, but I don't.
Oh, hold on. That's interesting. So is it 1d or is it 2d8?
Is that Sacred Flame? Hold on.
Make 2d8 because I'm 6th level.
Okay.
So it's 9. I rolled a 9.
All right. Pyxrin, I will say everything else that you've seen go through these spirits so far has been like lands, but not really. This definitely hurts it. It screams out in pain, or whatever ghosts feel, and screams out in anger at you. And as you hit it with the radiant damage, so that is a full hit. And you said you were using your spiritual weapon?
Sorry, I'm reading.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So go ahead and cast it again. And again, it's the hammer with the
Okay.
sprinkle handle and sweet roll top. Let me... 18.
18 hits.
Okay. And... Did I roll that right? Nope. I didn't roll the damage part. 8 damage.
All right. What type of damage is that?
It is...
For like bludgeoning or?
Force damage.
Oh, force damage. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. That seems to land completely too, as far as you can tell.
Woohoo!
All right. Anything else for your turn, Pyxrin?
Nope, I'll just sit right there.
Okay. All right. So the ghost that you just hit into kind of turns, well, drunk, turns to you, Pyxrin. I'm gonna roll for that. Oh, okay. Of course. All right. Okay. Pyxrin, as the ghost turns to you after you just hit it twice and really just looks really angry, and this looks almost like a female spirit. And almost like her jaw unhinges and she screams. And suddenly you see her kind of rush towards you. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
It's gonna hurt. Oh, 21?
Yes.
Wow. Good.
Not today, bitch.
So the spirit just goes, and we'll say just for flavor, it just goes right through you and ends up right behind you.
Feels so weird.
And yeah, you feel it kind of pass through your body and very cold, and for a moment you felt a little lightheaded, but it has passed. And you're able to kind of gain control of yourself again. And that is all for that one. Let's see, do I want to have him just... Okay. All right. Okay. At this moment, as the rest of you kind of like look at the two spirits that are remaining, Layton turns and looks at you, Pyxrin, and kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. Are you okay?
Yep.
Are you fine?
Yeah.
And he picks up the lantern and kind of steps behind you towards the spirit and opens it up, and the spirit is sucked inside. He immediately makes his way over to the other spirit and does the same, and the spirit is sucked inside the lantern, and he closes it back up. You can see him kind of like holding the lantern up, and you can see those balls of light kind of bouncing around. His form standing where he's at, kind of framed by the still like open portal behind him with the lights kind of swirling around it. You don't see any more spirits in the room. It seems to be quiet for now. And you can see Layton kind of doing math in his head of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He kind of looks around the room for a moment and kind of catches you, sees you on the staircase, Ranerius, kind of like ducking in, looking. I think I got 8 in here. Well,
that's a little unsettling, but I think I'm fine with it.
there's the breaks. Well, we should probably, yeah, I guess, and he'll kind of look back at the portal. Oh, you folks certainly have a tale to tell. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yay!
Can I have one of those lamps for myself?
All right. Awesome. Well, for those watching, we're a little bit late, but thank you for chat, for hanging out. Also for players for being here. Y'all are the best. If you're unaware, we have a lot of D&D content here on this channel. We have, let's see here, Mondays, Tuesdays, usually on a normal week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We have D&D 5e content, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, all of those nights. Plus on Saturdays, a second time at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Tower of Dreams, which is DM'd by Andrew here. They're unsure about the schedule this week, honestly. I mean, we're live. I know that Tower of Dreams is most likely 90% going to be live on Saturday unless something happens. As far as Curious Lament, Stormfall, In Extremis, and Obsidian Scar, unknown still. We'll have to see. I know Dan, I believe, is still under the weather, or at least I haven't heard from him for a couple of days. So
He's just sleeping it off.
Yeah. I know that he has some pretty nasty meds that he's taking for what's going on. So yeah, we're giving him time to heal. So stay tuned to our Discord if you're not part of that. Stay tuned to that for updates on what will be happening, what won't be happening. We will be having Dungeon Craft tomorrow with Steph and Vic at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That's on Tuesday, where we paint minis. Sometimes we craft dungeon tiles, and then probably won't have Mad Art on Friday since that will be Christmas Day, unless I'm feeling really okay with myself, but probably not. Probably be watching some Christmas movies and eating junk food. Excuse me. And then also, if you're looking for ways to support the stream, check us out on Patreon. We have a lot of cool stuff there. Not only do you get a lot of stuff, but we get more back. So it's our preferred way to support if you're looking for that. Other than that, let me see, what am I doing with my life? There we go. Let me see who is streaming right now. Let's see who we can go over and raid, because I love,
The pirate at heart. Arr.
Let's see here. I got art. Yeah, probably a lot of people are like taking breaks this week, honestly. Oh, are they live? Oh yeah, let's go over to Captain Robear. They're live, not doing a rerun right now.
You
so
want them to reach out.
oh, that's me.
First.
Sorry. Let's raid over to them and give them some calls in the chat. Yeah, so thank y'all again. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. Thank you, players. Take care of yourselves this week. If you celebrate Christmas or whatever you're doing, hopefully it's just a good time and a peaceful time, and just do something good for yourself. Yeah, there you go. All right, adios. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Be safe.
Bye.
Wear your mask.
Hi.